All right, we are about ready for some baseball. Hello, everybody. I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and tonight is the final game I call for baseball this year. For me, yeah, that's just the way it is, I guess. But hey, it should be a good one as the Toronto Blue Jays take on the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 4 of the World Series. Of course, as many of you guys already know, last night's 18-inning thriller was won by the Dodgers 6-5. That would have been a heck of a game, I guess, to cover, or maybe it would have been a very boring game. I don't really know. Either one would have been a very interesting dynamic. So how's it going, guys? Good to see you guys. George, as always, thank you for tuning in. Lewis, appreciate you, man. Hello there. Hello, my Sigma. I do recognize that name. How's it going? Holden, how's it going? And Liberty, how is it going? Good to see you. Last night was something. Oh, yeah. No, I was actually up watching it for a little bit, but I ended up going to bed, and then actually didn't really get enough sleep last night, to be honest with you. So I was actually up while it ended. So, but yeah, the Dodgers winning. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Good to see you. Yeah, I can't see you, but you can see me. But just know I'm looking at the camera, which is kind of looking at you. So, yes, good to see you as always. Thank you again for tuning in. Hopefully tonight is a good one. Again, the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Blue Jays, of course, down in the series looking to even things up. Tonight in Dodger Stadium, really hard place to play. The Dodgers usually do very well in Los Angeles. Starting lineups for the Blue Jays. Lucas, he's going to be in left. Guerrero is at first. Bichette is DHing. Barger is in right. Kirk is catching. Varsho is in center. Clement is at third. Jimenez is at short. And Isaiah Kiner Falefa, the former Pirate, he is playing tonight at second. So good for him. Former Pirate making it to the World Series. There we go. And, of course, Bieber, your starting pitcher tonight. He's 1-0 with a 4.38 ERA this postseason. I think he may have been, I think they were talking about using him last night. They ended up not doing that. So that's always good. You feel seen. There we go. How's it going, Jacob? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. May need your driving skills Friday morning. Gotcha. Well, as long as I know, that's all that matters. If the Blue Jays win this game, I think they will come back and win the World Series. We'll see. Do you want to know my baseball team? Why not? Yeah, heck yeah. I'm a Pirates guy. Are there any former Pirates on the Dodgers? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, I know in the bullpen there are. As Shohei Ohtani, he, of course, will be leading off. He is pitching, and then, of course, he'll become the DH a little bit later. Betts is at short. Freeman is at first. Smith is catching. Hernandez is in right. Muncy is at third. Edman is at second. Kike Hernandez, that is, he's in left. Pages is in center. And, of course, the starting pitcher is indeed Shohei Ohtani. You streaming the Dolphins-Ravens games? Yes, I will be doing that on Thursday night. Shohei Ohtani, the starting pitcher tonight for the Dodgers, 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA this postseason. He's been very, very good. He's been very good, at the plate. Very good, of course, on the mound. So, again, just a few minutes away from game time. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it's a great stream. Your baseball team's the Nationals. Okay. Well, hey, I kind of understand what it feels like to be kind of a Nationals fan. I'm a Pirates fan again, so not much winning there. But you guys did win a World Series a few years ago, so that's always nice. Like number 10, yeah, let's see how it goes. You tapped out of 14 innings? Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, if I were calling the game, I don't know. That might be... It depends on how the stream is going. But if you guys are all falling asleep during the stream, then yeah, I'd probably, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and send it somewhere else. But again, I didn't cover it. And good thing I actually had a choice to kind of continue on with the World Series after the Monday night game, because the Monday night game was really, it was a quick game. So yeah, that would have been about 4 hours of bonus coverage. Would have been pretty good for the channel, I think. Again, depending on what happened there, if anyone was, looking up to see if they would scroll all the way down. Again, we have some streamers that are up there at the top. Nationals. Oh, I understood what you were saying. Welcome to the show. Hey, Otani. Oh, yeah. You tapped out at 12. Jeez. Guys tapping out early. Hot and cold World Series for the Blue Jays. First 8 games, they had 11 runs. I actually don't know what this means. First 8 innings. Oh, okay, I see. First 8 innings, 11 runs. The next 12 innings, just 1. And then the next, I think that said 9. They had 5. The last 8, 0. So they are definitely hot and cold. Yeah, I would say that is the definition for hot and cold. Santiago back for more. Appreciate you, man. Chiefs fan tuning in. Of course, he also said, I think you said you were a Dodgers fan. So, yeah, we'll see how tonight goes for this one. Blue Jays have the most comeback wins in all of Major League Baseball this year at 49. The ALCS, they were down 0-2 versus the Mariners. So that is something to keep note of. And, of course, George Springer left Game 3 with a right side injury, so that explains why he is not in the lineup tonight. So we'll see again what we got here for the Dodgers notes. Or maybe we don't have any Dodgers notes. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Well, yeah, we're just a few minutes away. Probably we'll do the 3D again. That seems to be very popular. I'm not really a fan of it, but you guys like it, so it's a thing that I'll go ahead and do that whenever I get a chance. Of course, it may be a little ahead, so I do apologize on that, but, again, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. You guys seem to like the visuals. Well, I don't know. It was like 12 or 13 innings. Well, again, it's fine. I mean, that's a long game. That's 2 baseball games in one, so that's understood. It's only so much people can handle. So the Blue Jays wearing their powder blues. Of course, the Dodgers, the Doyers, wearing their classic whites. How are your football picks this week? I know you're still in the lead, but in the KFL, Clint was in the lead. He's in the lead. Yeah, no, I struggled this week with the picks. I think I don't even know. Last week, I was 8-5. This guy, 67. This guy loves 6-7. This guy loves it. What is this guy? This guy, Santiago, loves 6-7. All right, looks like they went to commercial. I thought we would get back on the field, but apparently not. So we're just going to have to, chill out. So my bad, folks. Just assumed they would start around, when they said they would. Of course, I should know better by now. But it's all good. Okay, bye. All right, you have a good one, Santiago. Good to see you. Santiago with his 6-7. 6-7, that's all he wanted to see. That's all he wanted to see. I already said it, Holden. I already said it. You kids. I'm assuming Santiago's got to be a kid as well. He's got to be. And if he's not, well, hey, it's kind of catchy. I don't blame him. So, again, we're just kind of waiting to see. You guys got a poll, of course, as always. Make sure to vote if you'd like to. I guess I kind of said it in a threatening way there. No, you don't have to. But, again, just kind of want to see what you guys are thinking. Who wins Game 4? Toronto Blue Jays with 75% of the vote. The Dodgers only have 25% of the vote, so 9 votes in for the Jays. Dodgers with 3. In your opinion, baseball should do a salary cap like they do in baseball, or like they do in football? I kind of used to think that way, but now I kind of just want a salary floor. I think the floor is much more important. Let's get those teams to spend some more money. Cap, I don't really. If they want to spend the money, let them. I don't think that's a problem. We should force the teams like the Pirates to spend more. I think there's nothing wrong with that. But no, I'm in favor of I'm in favor of a salary floor cap. Let them spend. If they want to spend, let them spend. Spending money doesn't mean you're gonna have much success. I mean, again, just look at the Mets this year. The Mets didn't quite make the playoffs after spending a bunch of money. Feel bad for the owner. He clearly loves the team. He clearly wants them to do well, but again, money isn't everything. I don't know about MLB. What do you mean about that? I think it is funny that 2 weeks ago you put me in timeout for making you say 6'7". Now you even choose the gestures. Wow. Well, I forgot why. I think I timed you out for other reasons, Trisk. Not because of that. And if I did, I apologize. Again, we're just kind of adapting. We're learning as we go. You're a teen, yeah. Yeah, you 2000s kids. You guys are 2010 kids. Oh, my gosh. Jeez. Oh, man, I'm old. Can't even say 2000s. You're 2010s. It's hard to even... Oh, my gosh. Oh, I'm a boomer. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what happens here. I mean, we're just kind of getting a commercial about the Dodgers. And now we're seeing the Blue Jays. I think that's Sydney Sweeney. Huh, interesting. Of course, they would get Sydney Sweeney. Don't say 67s. I don't even know what 41 means. All right, Santiago, you have a good one. I'll catch you later. No, last week you timed me out for other reasons, but 2 weeks ago. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Trisk. Maybe you should just, not push the buttons. Do you remember your favorite baseball team? You like the Braves, if I recall. You're a fan of the Atlanta Braves. So Sydney Sweeney pretty much just saying, yeah, this is baseball, folks, and we are almost ready as we see the Dodgers now taking the field. So again, probably another 2 minutes until we start it off here in Los Angeles. Again, the starting lineups for the Blue Jays are as follows. Lucas in left, Guerrero at first, Bichette is DHing, Barger in right, Kirk is catching, Varsho in center, Clement is at third, Jimenez is at short, Kiner Falefa is at second. And again, the starting pitcher, of course, is Shohei Ohtani. And, of course, for the Dodgers, Ohtani is DHing / pitcher. Betts is at short. Freeman is at first. Smith is catching Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez in right. Muncy is at third. Edman is at second. Kike Hernandez in left. Pajes is in center. And then, of course, Bieber is going to be pitching against him. So that is what's happening. Pushing these. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. All right, we'll go and click on that third 3D thing. Again, that seems to be a popular choice here. You guys really like it. So hopefully it's not too far ahead. It is what it is if it is. It is what it is if it is, There was an ad. Do you remember? Oh, there was an ad. Yes, the Atlanta Braves. You like the Braves. Oh, man. I'm ready for some baseball. Are you guys? Again, I do want to clarify this is the final stream for baseball for me on the season. I just don't see myself covering another one. We'll see, though. I guess you never know, but as of now, this is the plan. Friday night, I wouldn't be able to, and then Game 7 would be Saturday. We'll see. If it goes to a Game 7, I'm all ears. Let's just say that. I don't want to say, I guess. You never know. You never know. You never know. All right. I think we're about to be ready to go. All right, and stepping in is Nathan Lucas. Leading things off here in Toronto as Ohtani kicks and deals, and that is going to be upstairs for 1-0. Know why? I just have football's been a little bit more generous to me. 1-0 count, Ohtani to Lucas. Here is the pitch, and that's cut on and sent to left. And Kike Hernandez leaping. Oh, did he make the catch? He did. What a catch by Kike Hernandez. Oh, that was pretty nice. Wow, what a play to start off the game. Jeez, what's up, Dr. Lay? You the man? Nah, you're the man, Raider. There's a game 7 we cover it. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Football has been more generous because of really, again, I'd like to. It just, I have to do what's best for the channel for the long term. A lot of viewers just go really to the top few streamers, and that's a killer. That is a killer for me. As Ohtani kicks and deals, that's going to be cut on and fouled back. This is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He has done very well this postseason as he is batting .414. So again, he knows how to swing a bat. He always has. He's just really coming alive in the big moments, as that's going to be a breaking ball in there for a called strike, and it's very quickly 0-2 to Vladimir Guerrero. So 0-2 count. Ohtani-kun kicks and deals. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Struck him out with the sweeper. And there are 2 away for the Blue Jays. So 2 up, 2 down. That will bring up Bo Bichette. Bichette is batting .429 in the World Series. Oh, he has an RBI. OPS of .929. Trisk will be in the area Sunday evening and Monday all day in case you wish for a sidecar. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So Ohtani, wind up and the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Bo Bichette. 0-1 count to Bichette. Ohtani only with 6 pitches, taking all the way. That's going to be just outside. 98 on the fastball, and it's 1-1. Ohtani, 7 pitches, 2 outs. Feel like that's pretty good. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's a breaking ball, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 to Bo Bichette. Ohtani working fast, working quickly. I mean, he is one of the best in the game for sure, if not the best. 1-2 count. Ohtani delivers. Check to swing. That is outside. And it's 2-2. Think about starting my own sports channel. Any advice? I don't know. It's a good question. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside, ball 3. I would just, again, don't give up. I think that's the main part. Don't give up. Giving up, then you have no chance. Don't get discouraged. The 3-2 pitch, that is going to be low, and it's ball 4. Bichette will walk. So that's the first base runner for the Blue Jays. It's going to bring up Addison Barger with 2 outs, 1 man on. Weird question. Do you think I become a mod? I don't know. We'll see. Hold it. I don't know. It's not something I just kind of hand out. Ohtani sets to Barger. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball, swing and a miss, and it's strike 1. 0-1 count to Barger. Ohtani, he comes to a set and delivers. That's a breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 1-1. 1-1, 1 out. Or no, pardon me. 1-1, 1 man on. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Pardon me. Just messing up. That's not what you like to hear, I'm sure, on y'all's end. Ohtani gets the sign. He sets. Rocks and fires. That is going to be low, and it's 2-1 to Barger. You're back. Oh, welcome back. 2-1 count. Ohtani sets. And delivers. That's in there for a called strike. 2-2. Practically right down the middle. Looking for something else as they show Dave Roberts chewing on Sunflower seeds. Two and two count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 3-2. So a 3-2 count here to Barger. All right, guys. Don't spam the chat. I will time you out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be cut on and hit to third. Muncy with a great stop, but is, of course, unable to really do much with it. All right. So Santiago here. Well, actually, no. Santiago hasn't done anything since. We're going to put Holden in a timeout. That's what we're going to do. Being bums here. Good evening, Doc. MLB game brought me to this channel. It's been awesome watching grow over the last few months. Dodgers bandwagon applicant here. Oh, I got you, Jonathan. I got you. Otani sets, kicks, and deals. That's cut on and sent to right. But that is a foul ball. This is Alejandro Kirk. Most home runs by a catcher in a postseason all time. That's you're looking at him right here, Alejandro Kirk. Here's the 0-1. That's cut on and popped up. Freeman is under it and will make the catch for out number 3. All right, see you later, Santiago. All right, we head to the bottom of the first inning. It is 0-0. Hold on, folks. Just doing some things here. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you like what you're listening to, folks. Again, there's a lot of people covering this game tonight, so see how I do. Again, there's reasons why I haven't done the first 3 games, because really, again, like, I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed covering it, but when it gets down to just 2 teams, everyone's just going to go to, like, kind of the big guys, so that is kind of why I've been, like, very cautious in doing this. So it's kind of a test run to see if I don't know, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be able to do Game 5 anyway, or Game 6. So Game 7, I guess, is on the books, or, on the docket, potentially. Not going to lie, but, we'll see. Oh, man. Yeah, all right, Santiago. We're going to have to put you in a timeout as well. Look, I'm sorry. I got you. Putting everyone in timeout here. It's going to be a negative stream. People are not going to like it. Apparently. But yeah, no, the Dodgers, of course, they're always winning, Jonathan. That's just how it goes, They seem to win. They invest, and they're good at, I, of course, am a critic of, how much they spend. I don't really like it. But again, they want to spend. They want to win. But they develop their talent really well. You can't really take that away from them. They are very good. They are a classy organization for sure. They know how to run a franchise. What's up, Dr. Light? Going to be listening in from work. Let's go Blue Jays. Gaming Boy, appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people here will be tuning in. Put you in timeout. No, I'm not going to put you in timeout. I'm just putting everybody in timeout. Everyone just wants to spam things tonight. That's never good. That's usually what happens when the game's just We'll see. We'll see how it goes again. This is just, we'll see if I do well tonight, I might be convinced to cover another game. But yeah, that's just, I don't know. Yeah, I've already covered a lot of baseball. I couldn't tell you actually how much. It was over 160 games, actually. Let's see what we did here. Oh, no, it wasn't. 156. I thought I did. Oh, well. Pardon me. Well, I thought I did. I'm not going to put you in timeout, guys. Again, just as long as you're not spamming nonsense. You can just, talk sports. That's fine, just whatever. You can talk a lot. Just, don't sound like, don't be spamming nonsense. As Bieber begins the windup and the pitch. That's going to be high and in, as this is Shohei Ohtani at the plate. He's batting .283 this postseason. He's been very good. Here is the 1-0, and that's going to be upstairs, and it's 2-0. Yeah, let's hope we got a normal 9-inning game. Would be nice. Here's the 2-0, and that's going to be low, and it's 3-0. I could go for a nap. Yeah, I totally got you. One thing I miss that our kids take for granted. Oh, I bet. Hey, to be honest, I take naps every now and then. If I'm tired, I'm tired. Here is the 3-0, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. 93 on the outside corner. Don't be a child. Yeah, no, again, that was just, well, I already timed him out. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. That one is pretty low. Ohtani going to ask for time. Breaking ball below the zone. Ohtani was ready to go down to first, and, well, I don't blame him. That was about 6 inches low. But the umpire said, nah. The 3-2. Here's the pitch, and that is outside. So Ohtani will walk, and that is the first base runner of the game for, of course, the Dodgers. Of course, he was the leadoff, so that would make sense. Showing what Shohei Ohtani was doing during the commercial break. Getting some Powerade, switching out the pitching stuff for his, well, actually, there really wasn't much pitching stuff there. Just, adding his baseball gloves, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Mookie Betts. He's batting .250 this postseason. Only 133 this World Series, though. 0-1 count. Bieber sets and delivers. That's a breaking ball, and it's low, and it's 1-1. I'm in my 30s now. A good nap once in a while is great. Oh, yeah. No, I totally got you. Naps are they are underrated, underappreciated, I would say. Hated them as a kid, though. I had all the time in the world, so I don't know why I would. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low, and it's 2-0. Now, of course, you don't really have that. 2-1 count here to Betts. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Again, 0-0 is your score. Dodgers again at the plate. As Bieber delivers, that's going to be in there for a called strike. 2-2 to Mookie Betts. Before tonight with Ohtani pitching, who do you have for MVP? I'm going to say Shohei Ohtani. I think Shohei deserves it. On the NL, I don't really think there's anyone close on the NL. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be in the dirt. Handled well by Alejandro Kirk, Captain Kirk. Keeping it in front of him, 3-2. But in the AL, that's more of a conversation. I'm fine with either. Judge, Raleigh. Definitely not opposed to either one of those. If they either won in the AL side of things, I wouldn't be upset. Would be shocked if it was anyone else. Here's the 3-2, and that's going to be cut on and sent to right center. And that is going to be caught for out number 1 as Ohtani retreats to first. Another Bieber from Canada. Must be Pop. Oh, yeah. I don't think there's any relation to Justin. Could be wrong. Shane Bieber, of course, 3 starts, 1-0 record, 4.38 ERA. Uses the slider a lot. Mixes it up, of course, with the fastball, changeup, curveball, and a little bit of a cutter. That's his arsenal. I'll have to fact check that on my MLB 25 the show. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ripped down the right field line, but it is foul. Of course, MLB the show is much more valuable than the real-life graphics, as Freddie Freeman batting .231 in the World Series. Not exactly what you'd expect from Freddie, but I believe he does have a homer regardless, so, he's doing okay. Here's the 0-1. That's a breaking ball inside, and it's 1-1 to Freddie Freeman. Riley with 0 pass balls with his amount of games played is amazing, but I'm with you. Judge around. Yeah, I think either one of those should be it. Anyone else, I can't imagine. Here's the 1-1. That's chopped to second. Kiner Falefa throws to second. There's one. And they're going to have to hold the ball there as Jimenez couldn't really make a play. So they get the lead runner, and it's 2 outs with the man on at first. Sign from Matani. I think I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. I think they separate NL, AL. I could be wrong about that. I could be. You never know. I mean, they might not. I don't know, but I thought they did. I thought they did here. So Freeman is on at first with 2 outs. That'll bring up the Fresh Prince of LA, Will Smith. As Bieber comes to a set. Kicks and deals. That is way outside, and it's 1-0. Will Smith batting .308 this World Series. OPS of .976, 1 homer, and 4 RBIs. Pretty solid so far in these 3 games. Bieber sets, rocks and fires. That is a cut on, and that's a foul ball. Foul ball right back to the catcher. In fact, it may have hit the catcher. That's why the umpire coming out. Giving Kirk a little bit of a breather, I would say. One count here to Will Smith. Bieber sets, kicks and deals. That's cut on and sent to right. But that is going to die into the glove of Barger for out number 3. Nothing doing there for the Dodgers. The Los Angeles Dodgers get nothing there. So, top of the second coming up, and score is still 0-0. Folks, again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. So again, if you like the NFL, MLB, that is pretty much the gist of the channel. So definitely like it up. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. NL and AL, I think, have separate MVP awards. Yeah, I thought so as well. I thought so. So let's see here. All right, the bots. I don't think I'm in the top percentage, so I think it's a little bit different when it comes to MLB for sure. Because, yeah, no, there's no way I'm in the top percentage right now. But, yeah, no, again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Feel free to chat down below if you're a visitor of the channel. I'm definitely pro-chat, pro-comments for the most part until you start spamming some dumb crap. Then, you know, then it's time, like, all right, you're out of here, bud. Or at least timed out. So, you know, but for the most part, yeah, definitely don't mind chatting with you. So feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. Again, I try to respond to as many people as I can. NFL should do that. I actually disagree. I like the separate. They do it, I believe, with the, well, do they not do that with the AFC and NFC for the Offensive Player of the Year? Do they or not? I don't remember. If they don't do it for those awards, they should. But I think the MVP, honestly, should be just for one. So I think the MLB, honestly, should just be for one. Because now it makes... Because now, I mean... Because, like, they did it, I think, for the DH, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. But that's my line of thinking. Now, of course, the DH is universal, so they should just unify the MVP award. It's, you know, most valuable player, not most valuable players. Then it should be co-MVP, if anything. Or maybe I'm just too harsh. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see here. Got to remove those annoying little bots here. Can someone explain baseball for me how the positions work? There's really... I mean, that's pretty tough. That's a tough question there. That's a tough question. I don't know. That's actually I don't know. I don't know if I'm the guy. I'm not really... Baseball's not my passion. It's my second favorite sport to call. Probably my third favorite sport overall. As we're moving back here into Los Angeles again. Blue Jays, Dodgers, 0-0. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the guy there. And I do feel bad about that. I don't think I'd be able to answer that. I don't. Ohtani back on the mound here. This is Varsho at the plate. Ohtani kicks and deals. That's going to be cut on and popped up. And Betts is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So very quickly, 1 out. 1 out for the Blue Jays. Holding the belts like it's WWE. Oh, yeah. Showing here the difference in speeds here, though, Ohtani has as he delivers a fastball in there for a called strike. This is Clement at the plate. It's batting 386. 386 this postseason. Only 267 in the World Series. Actually, that's not too shabby nowadays, as that's a breaking ball outside. And it's 1-0. Or, pardon me, 1-1. 1-1 count to Clement as Ohtani rocks and fires. That is going to be in there for a called strike. 96, just a bit below the knees, maybe catching a little bit of the zone. Maybe 1-2 count. Ohtani shaking his head, doesn't like the signal, pitches anyway. Here's the 1-2, way outside. Yeah, you can see something was wrong there, as it's 2-2. Baseball's just stand around and wait till the ball comes to you and do what you can do. I mean, it could be wrong. I mean, as far as positions go, that is pretty much spot on. Here's the 2-2, cut on and grounded to first. Freeman tosses to Ohtani for out number 2. I think it's kind of ironic that the one sports game I didn't bet on tonight is the one I'm most interested in. Hey, man, that means you just love this game. You're not in it for the money. You're in it for the pure love of the game. That's mad respect there, Jonathan. Definitely respectful. All right, 2 outs. This is Jimenez. Ohtani delivers. Breaking ball. That's going to be cut on and tapped back to the pitcher. Ohtani will toss it to first. Very quickly, the Blue Jays go down, so we head to the bottom of the second. Or we head to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is 0-0, as they say. I kind of do an impersonation of them, but of broadcasters, but some of these guys really take it somewhere else. I saw like a short where it like just kind of this guy was making fun of like, yeah, what was it? Oh, we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Yeah, of course, that means we're sponsored by or something stupid like that. The bottom of the 8th inning. I don't know. That's just me being dumb. Living in Charlotte, where Rozier incident supposedly happened. I'm nervous to make any bets. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think you'll be in trouble. I don't think you would be in trouble. I mean, I guess you never know. Yeah. I guess you never know. That would be pretty interesting. That was beautiful, Dilly. Wow, I thought I was watching. Oh, yeah, I bet. I bet. Yeah. Again, what I do, literally, it's just an impersonation of what you'd hear on the TV. But I really just wanted to go all out for 3 hours. Well, it'd be really tough on the voice and the throat, but I guess I could. But I don't know. Maybe I'd do that for a football game or something. Maybe next year. I don't know. Like I said, I'm covering this game. I know it was definitely requested. Like I said earlier, I hate to make it about, like views and whatnot, but in order to grow the channel, I gotta kind of pick stuff that might not be as popular. There's a demand for it, but can't be covered by a million people, and that's why I've been hesitant on covering the series. I can kind of show you a little bit on what I'm talking about. I'm just going to refresh here. So, obviously, you got play-by-play with JJ. He's definitely a friend of the channel. You got Official Jaguar. He's, of course, the inspiration of the channel. Then, of course, you got Pure Adrenaline Sports. He's been a friend of the channel. You got a Big Dog. Again, he's got a lot of people. He's going to have a lot of people checking him out. I don't know if Uneducated is doing it. He's not. Football Nation, he only does football, but of course he's dipped into some football there, so, or baseball. So yeah, like I said, I've just been kind of that's just people that I somewhat know. I don't really actually know Football Nation, but I'm subbing him because, I just kind of want to see what he does. So yeah, it is what it is. I know I shouldn't think like that, but I do. All right, this is Teoscar Hernandez at the plate as Bieber ready to begin the bottom of the second. Here is the pitch. That is going to be in there for a called strike. 93 on the outside corner. Teoscar Hernandez batting .265, OPS of .779. Here is the pitch. That's a breaking ball low, and it's 1-1. Of course, again, I'm ready, whenever football is ending, football ends in February. That means baseball's just like a month away. So I'll be ready, of course, for baseball. But right now, it's a killer. It's a ground ball to Jimenez. Jimenez throws to first for out number 1. So that retires Hernandez. That'll bring up Max Muncy. Shown here, Shane Bieber's last few years. Tommy John surgery in 2024. July is traded from Cleveland. He did a kind of okay, 3.77 ERA. It's been average here in the postseason. Looking for a good start tonight as here's the pitch. That's going to be inside as it's 1-0, 88 on the cutter. You should stream hockey. Been debating it. If I wasn't doing this, I would have done hockey tonight. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be low as it's 2-0, 88 on the changeup. Muncy not really having a great postseason in general, batting .143 this World Series, .190 altogether, as that's a breaking ball upstairs, and it's 3-0. So 3-0 count to Muncy, looking to get something going here. I'm sure he'll take a walk. 3-0 count, Bieber delivers. That's going to be way upstairs, and Bieber just flat out lost him. Not even close with half the pitches. Pete Walker, the pitching coach of the Blue Jays, looking down in shame. I'm sure that's not what was actually going on. This is Tommy Edman at the plate, former Cardinal. With one man on, one man out. Here is the pitch. That's going to be ripped to right, but that is going foul. So 0-1 to Tommy Edman. He's batting .133 this World Series. No homers, no RBIs. OPS of .388. But yeah, hockey is definitely something I intend to look at. We'll see if hockey... I don't know. We'll see. I actually don't really know much about it, but I've been interested in covering it for sure. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be upstairs as it's 1-1. 1-1 count to Edman. One man on, one man out. Bieber comes to a set. Kicks and deals. That is going to be way inside. 88 on the slider. Almost got a piece of Edman there, and it's 2-1. So 2-1 count to Edman. Runner on first, one out. Bieber looking over at first. He comes to a set. Delivers. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Muncy rounding second, heading for to third. The throw is cut off by Jimenez. And just like that, there are runners on the corners with just one out here in the bottom of the second. Your favorite hockey team is the Hurricanes. I don't really have... I mean, I like the Penguins. I don't really watch hockey. But yeah, I would cover Penguins games, to be honest. That would be the thing I would go with. Yeah, I kind of want to cover some Pittsburgh Penguins. I want to see how I would do. I don't really know the rules, but I would do my best as Kike Hernandez coming to the plate. And, of course, he'll have a big opportunity here. Runners on the corners, just one out. Bieber sets, kicks, and deals. That's way in the dirt. Blocked well by Captain Kirk back there as it's 1-0. San Jose Sharks. Yeah, well, it's not surprising. Someone that likes the San Francisco 49ers would like the San Jose Sharks. Did you guys beat us the other day, or was that I think you guys, or did we? I don't know. I think it went to overtime. I could be wrong. I'm mixing up the games. 1-0 count here to Hernandez as Bieber gets a little bit of a warning here. Bieber saying, or the umpire saying that, hey, you gotta wait till you look at Hernandez before you pitch. Come on, you know that. 1-0 count. Bieber sets, looking over at first. Here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. The fights are entertaining. Yeah, no, I would. That's kind of the main part of it that I would enjoy. Like I like the physical altercations, to be honest. In all sports. 1-1 count. Bieber delivers. That's gonna be a chopper, and that is going foul, and it's 1-2. California all teams, just no Dodgers and no San Jose lost. Oh, they did? Okay. I gotcha. That's fair. So you like everyone except the Dodgers. Interesting. And I thought I was a traitor. I'm like, I don't really like the... I'm not a fan of the Dodgers, so I'm going to go with the Blue Jays. I'm thinking, man, I'm just anti-American. You're anti-American and you hate your own state. Come on, gaming boy. What are you doing? 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a breaking ball low, and it's 2-2. 2-2 count. Two and two. Bieber comes to a set. Bieber delivers. That's going to be ripped to left, and that is foul. Lucas gave it a good run, but of course didn't have to worry about it as it landed in foul territory. 2-2 count. Oh, Kike gave it a good ride, just a little bit out in front. All right, 2-2 count here to Kike Hernandez. 0-0 is your score. Bieber, big spot here. Bieber sets and fires. That's going to be cut on and sent to right. Barger at the warning track will make the catch. He's going to tag up. And that is going to be a sacrifice fly. The Dodgers are on top 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Muncie, a big fan of what Hernandez did, gives him a big high five. So now there's 2 outs with the man on at first, and that will bring up Andy Pages. Bieber delivers. That's going to be right down the middle for a called strike. Pages has had a rough postseason. I mean, that is just as rough as you can be. Batting .083 this postseason, .077 in the World Series. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be a changeup low, and it's 1-1. Yep. So Pages just can't seem to buy a hit. Can't buy nothing. 1-1 count to Andy Pages. The pitch. That's cut on and sent to left center. But that one is going to be caught at the warning track for out number 3. Well, the Dodgers push across the first run of the game with a sacrifice fly by Kike Hernandez, making it 1-0 as we head to the top of the third inning. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you like what you're listening to, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, MLB, college football, this is the channel for you. Of course, don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you'd like. Kennesaw State leading 14-0 over UTEP. James Madison 14-0 over Texas State. In the hockey world, go and refresh this. We have Penguins Flyers in overtime, 2-2. Hurricanes 3, Golden Knights 2, Sabres Blue Jackets 2, Ducks 2, Panthers 0, Bruins 3, Islanders 2, Lightning 1, Predators 0, Jets 2, Wild 0, Red Wings 1, Blues 1. And then one final score, Maple Leafs 4, Flames 3. And in the NBA, again, let me refresh this. The Wizards leading 110-94 over the Sixers. The Heat leading 76-60 over the Hornets. Bucks leading 36-29 over the Knicks. The Kings leading 48-40 over the Thunder. Feel the thunder, lightning, and the thunder. So that is pretty much it. Again, we do have a poll. Feel free to vote on that. The Blue Jays, of course, leading in the poll, 59% to the Dodgers, 41%. Yeah, you're out of timeout, but you push it again and you'll be out for a day. I will ban you for a day there, Holden. I will do it so fast. I'm just that type of a guy. I'm such a nice guy. Just waiting to get back into this one. Again, it is 1-0 Dodgers over the Blue Jays. You're retracting your messages. Long commercial break here. Geez, what the heck? That's one thing I don't like about playoff baseball. In the regular season, it's like 90 seconds. You're sorry? It's all good. Just again, just chill, That's all. Hey, it's all. We can all have a good time here. But there are times when it's taken too far, and that's where it's a problem. All right, Shohei Ohtani ready to begin. Actually, no, he's still warming up. Never mind. Looks like it's going to be Isaiah Kiner-Falefa due up. Showing off this Sunday slate of games on Fox: Vikings, Lions, Broncos, Texans, Panthers, Packers, Jaguars, Raiders, Saints, and Rams. I think I do Steelers, Colts, and then Jaguars, Raiders this Sunday. That is what I'm leading with. I'm not too sure. It could be Saints. Was it Saints and Rams? We'll see. You never know. Here is the pitch. That's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. This is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the former Pirate. This is my hero, folks. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And it's 0-2. 0-2 count here, too. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, that's a breaking ball low, and it's 1-2. Did you miss me? Not really. I missed you. I just didn't miss the spamming. Oh my gosh. 1-2 count here to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Again, only batting 172 this postseason. As here is the pitch. That's a grounder to second. Edman has it, throws to first for out number 1. One away for for Ohtani. That'll bring up Lucas. As Ohtani gets ready to set, now he's like, you know what? Hold on. There's something wrong here. I got to tie my shoe. I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back about that, I need to tie my shoe up. Give me the time. Yeah, now I'm good. All right, you're going to let me pitch now. I think that's what he's saying. I could be way off. I think I am, to be honest with you. Ohtani begins the windup and the pitch. That's going to be inside as it's 1-0 to Lucas. Lucas is 0 for 1 today. Looking to get on. As here's the 1-0. That's ripped down the right field line, but that is foul. Gave a good contact there, just out in front. 1-1. Ohtani kicks and deals. That is going to be ripped to right anyways. That's going to be down for a base hit. Hernandez has it. It's going to throw it in. That keeps Lucas at first. So good stuff there for Nathan Lucas getting on. That should bring up Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's, again, has had a great postseason. A great World Series, looking to take advantage of the base runner. Ohtani sets, rocks, and fires. That's a breaking ball low, and it's 1-0. 88 on the slider. One and 0 count. Ohtani steps off. I guess Vladdy here stepped out. I'm not too sure. Showing off Clayton Kershaw. Of course, he got a big spot there in the game last night. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball high and inside. Guerrero had to get out of the way. And it's 2-0. 2-0 count. Ohtani sets, rocks, and fires. That's cut on and popped up as that is going foul, and it's 2-1. Sorry, just not as interested in the World Series, even though it is historic. Yeah, no, I totally understand. To be honest, again, there are reasons why I didn't cover it the first 3 games. And my suspicions are pretty much answered. So it's okay. But, you know, it happens. It happens. 2-1 count. Ohtani sets and fires. That's ripped to left. And that one is gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. giving the Blue Jays their first lead of the day as they lead 2-1 over the Dodgers. You'll see it here in a moment. Just cranked to left center. Let me actually go ahead and take off the scoreboard because the scoreboard's like a little bit ahead. Look at that. We're going to cover another Panthers game very soon. Has to be soon. I'm not too sure there, Holden. But it has to be soon for sure. So 2-1 is your score. That should bring up Bo Bichette as Ohtani delivers. That's a grounder to first, or pardon me, second. Edman throws to first for out number 2. So again, a 2-run shot by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I told you they might come back. Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's still plenty of time left. Who was on base? Who was on base? It was Lucas. Lucas was on base. All right, here's Barger. Barger makes a cut and fouls this back as it's 0-1 to Barger. Again, the Blue Jays leading 2-1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Most hits in a single postseason in franchise history. This guy has broken that record and shattered it. 25 hits. 1-1 count to Barger as Ohtani delivers. Breaking ball cut on and once again fouled back, and it's 1-2. Penguinos lost. Yeah, that's a shame. I know they were in overtime. At least they'll get a point, you know. At least they'll get a point, but yeah, that's a bummer. 1-2 count to Barger, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Ohtani rocks and fires. That's cut on and sent to a left where Hernandez is there and makes the catch for out number 3. A 2-run shot by Vladimir Guerrero, giving the Blue Jays a 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Let's go, Toronto. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I imagine that would be what most people are going with. Again, 59% in the poll. You guys want the Blue Jays to win. 41% of you having the Dodgers with the dub. So again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you like the NFL, MLB, this is the channel for you. Let's go Kennesaw State. Yeah, I'm sure they're... Actually, I think they were up earlier. I checked. I don't know if I'll check much at the moment. But, yeah. I mean, I do have the ticker down below, but it is fun to check. Yeah. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys hanging out for this one. See, no one on the field right now. Yep. I really need to cover a hockey game, though. I really need to see how it would do. I think it'd be fun. I don't know. What do you guys think? World Series game live. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate you. Except not really. James Madison 14, Texas State 7. Flyers beating the Penguins 3-2 in overtime. That's a bummer, yeah. But they've been playing well, more so than people expected. So there is that. At least they're doing well. Due up for the Dodgers whenever we do return to action will be Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman. You should. Yeah, I should. I don't know. I'll have to look. One of these days I will. I just, it just depends. Pretty much on a day where I can't do college football, I imagine I'll be doing hockey. And, of course, college basketball happening soon. Might cover some more of that. That was pretty successful. The Canes, let's check real quick. How are they doing? They, it's 3-3 to the Golden Knights. Yeah, these commercials in the postseason, I just hate them so much. They're so long. It's like, man. Like, how come the warm-up in the regular season was so... The warm-up in the regular season is like 90 seconds. Here, it's forever, as that's going to be low for ball one. Returning to action mid-pitch. It's like a Pittsburgh Pirates broadcast. Shohei Ohtani on days when pitching this season, OPS of 1,000 regardless. Batting average might be low, but his OPS, it's like he swings more for the fences as that's chopped foul, and it's 1-1. World Cup, yes, I am 100% trying to do the World Cup. Oh, yeah. I love soccer, man. I want to learn how to call a soccer game and a hockey game. So I'm going to be trying that very, very soon. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. But yeah, I think the World Cup could really help the channel a lot. So definitely going and trying to do that. 1-2 count here to Shohei Ohtani. Again, he walked earlier. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a check swing. Did he go? He did not, and it's 2-2. Game's pretty good. Oh, yeah, they've been good. They've been good. The Florida teams have been good. The Hurricanes have been good for a while now. Yeah, they've been very good. 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That will bring up Mookie Betts. Heck yeah, and that is why last night's game was so long. Commercials always, yep. It's just embarrassing. Like, dude, how many commercials do you need to run, you know? as Bieber delivers. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Mookie Betts. Again, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Also, again, 2 for 16 this World Series. Not really doing the best. As here's the 0-1. That's cut on and hit. Oh, what a play by Clement. Able to make the catch. Just a line drive right to him. And that is 2 outs now for the Doyers. The Cans are your favorite team in hockey. The Cans. I'd call them the Cans too, but it would probably be perceived as a negative. So 2 outs. That should bring up Freddie Freeman, who is 0 for 1 today. Bieber rocks and fires. That is going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Freeman. Bieber delivers. That's cut on and fouled back, and it's 0-2. 0-2 count to Freeman. Holden, ever been to a hockey game? Well, I don't know. I can tell you I have once, and it was fun. It was a great experience. Pittsburgh Penguins, Dallas Stars. It was a great and fun time. Penguins lost, but it's okay. The 0-2, that's a grounder, and that's going foul. So the count remains at 0-2. Oh, and 2 count to Freeman. Bieber rocks and fires. That's cut on and sent to left center. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. Lucas is there to throw it back in. So man on at first with 2 outs. Did you watch that game last night? I did not. I watched a little bit of it, I guess. I did. Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit, but I just didn't, I didn't finish it. I tried to go to bed. I actually couldn't sleep at all last night. So it's been a rough day for me, but I'll be okay. But yeah, no, I watched a little bit of it. Bieber delivers. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-0. This is the Fresh Prince of L.A., Will Smith, who's 0 for 1. It's 0 for 1. Again, 4 for 14 in the World Series. Hello, everyone from sunny Southern California. Let's go. How's it going, Wendy? Good to see ya. Here is the 1-0, and that's going to be outside, and it's 2-0. Wendy, just like Gaming Boy here from California, but pulling for Canada. Dallas Stars. Haha, sorry I had to, but yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard a lot of chants there. Here's the 2-0, and that's going to be in the dirt, and it's 3-0 to Will Smith. Fellow California. Lasted almost 7 hours. Yeah, that was definitely long. Good night, bye. We'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, you have a good night. Hold it. That's like a sudden exit there, but yes, you have a good night, sir. 3-0 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And it's 3-1. Again, a runner on at first with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Blue Jays leading 2-1. Bieber sets, kicks and deals. That's a ripped right to third. Clement has it, throws to first for out number 3. That takes care of the Dodgers. So we head to the top of the 4th. The Blue Jays in the lead 2-1 with the Dodgers. Let's see here. Denny, how's it going? Go Jays. Yeah, I think most of us pulling for the Jays here. Appreciate you guys hanging in here. Again, make sure, if you haven't already done so, to like and subscribe to the channel. That chant is annoying when you're a fan of the... Oh, yeah, dude, Dallas Stars. Oh, man, they definitely like chanting that for sure. Dallas Stars, it's literally just in my head. But, hey, it was kind of fun, actually. I started thinking about it. It was so... They said it so many times, I was starting to say it. Okay, that's not actually what happened, but I mean, they scored a lot on the Penguins. They did. Well, it's 4-2. We lost 4-2, but it was fun. All right, again, Kennesaw State. Well, actually, let's double check here. Let's refresh. Let's refresh there. Yeah, Kennesaw State 14, UTEP 7, James Madison 21, Texas State 7. In the NHL world, 3-3. Golden Knights and Hurricanes. Flyers did beat the Penguins in overtime. Sabres 3, Blue Jackets 2. Ducks 2, Panthers nothing, Bruins 3, Islanders 2, Lightning 1, Predators nothing, Jets 2, Wild nothing, Blues trailing the Red Wings 2-1, Blackhawks 1-0 over the Senators, Capital Stars 0-0, Devils and Avalanche 0-0. Maple Leafs 4, Flames 3. And then in the NBA, Wizards up 122-109 over the Sixers. Heat 84, Hornets 76, Knicks 64, Bucks 50, and the Kings 62, Thunder 58. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting for this game to resume. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Just ready for some more baseball. Imagine if this does go all the way again. Like, geez. I could imagine that. 7 hours. Nonstop talking. Man, that would be rough. You know, even there, obviously, like, they don't speak as much because they get the commercial break. They have 2 or 3 guys, then they cut to other reporters, so they get mini breaks, even on the broadcast. Me, I don't have anybody. But I still bet that is still pretty rough, I imagine. All right, this is Kirk at the plate, as here is the pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-0 to Alejandro Kirk. Kirk is 0 for 1 on the night. One and 0, Ohtani rocks and fires. That's cut on and sent to right, but that is foul, and it's 1-1. One and 1 count to Kirk. They're showing an interview, of course, as here is the pitch. That's a check swing. Did he go? He did not. And it's 2-1. Two and 1 count here to Kirk. Here's the pitch. That is a fastball inside, but he gets the call, and it's 2-2. Kirk did not like that call at all. Talking about George Springer. He's been a pretty big bat for the Blue Jays this year. As here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is Ohtani's second strikeout of the game. Bringing Kirk to a knee. All right, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. As Ohtani delivers to Varsho. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 98 on the fastball. Again, Varsho 0 for 1 on the night. Popped out in the second inning. 3 for 14 in the series. Here's the 0-1. And that is upstairs. 93 on the cutter. As the rain has started. As here's the 1-1. That's outside 2-1. So I do apologize. There is actually a pretty big storm over here. So if I do go off the air, that is definitely my bad. But yeah, I could see it happening. As here's the 2-1. That's going to be low. And it's 3-1. 97 on the fastball. We have a tornado watch for the next, I guess, about 2 hours. So that's always good to know. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's cut on and popped up as that is a foul ball, and it's 3-2. How's the weather going over there, Doc? October starts to cool down. Yes, so this storm is actually going to bring it down into the 60s. As that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. 79 on the curveball. So, yeah, no, this will bring it down to the 60s. It will rise back up to the lower 80s once the cold front is done. But then it should dip down to the 70s, and that's usually good. It's usually nice. Late October, yep. For the most part, though, yeah. Like November is when it starts feeling pretty nice outside. It'll stay in the 70s. You'll still have it go to the 80s, and, it's whatever. But, yeah, it's pretty nice in November, as that's going to be low 1-0. This is Clement, who is 0 for 1. How about you guys? How about you guys there in California? I know you guys have, I don't know, it's I guess it's like 70 or something, huh, in December, or does it get pretty cold? As that's a 1-1. Northern California, I think it still does get a little bit colder if I'm not mistaken. Just depends, I guess, where. 1-1 count. Ohtani delivers. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Sweeper had him way out in front and way outside. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. He did not go. Two and two count, 2 outs. Top of the fourth again. The Blue Jays leading 2-1. 74 degrees right now. Okay, that's not too bad. 74 degrees right now at 6 o'clock. That's pretty good. Here's the 2-2. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. I wonder if it's humid, actually. Well, if it's humid, then it's still annoying. I live pretty much right, like I would say about an hour and a half away from the Gulf, and yeah, we get all the humid. It's so bad. Where oh, it hates us. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Struck out the side. We head to the bottom of the fourth. The Blue Jays still lead 2-1 over the Dodgers. San Diego, I gotcha. Haven't been to Texas, but would like to visit once in a while. Yeah, still warm into November. December starts to cool down, but still not until late in the month. Gotcha. Sometimes it gets to 54 at night. Oh, that's neat. That's neat. I would love to have that. Spoiled? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I would love to have it to where... I mean, for me, I like it. If it could just stay at like 70 degrees, no humidity the whole day, that's perfect. Actually, not. To be honest with you, I like 60 degrees. 60 degrees is perfect. No humidity, very little humidity, a little breeze. That is like, yeah. I would love to live in a place where it's 60 degrees the entire year. Yeah, of course, I know that's fiction, but would be nice. 68, not humid. Oh, wow, that sounds nice, yeah. That sounds nice. No, that golf, that is right there. It's a killer. It is a killer. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. So it's definitely appreciated. For you guys hanging out, really is. Checking out. Yeah, right now for me it's 68 degrees. Actually, no, 67. And it will tonight get down into the 50s. So, yeah, tomorrow will be high of 66, and then it goes back up into the 70s next week. So, that's about right. But, yeah, again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. As we're kind of just waiting to get back into action here in the bottom of the fourth. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I would. I'm sure I would have finished the game, but man, I don't know. See, baseball, I like baseball, but there are times when it's just like, I hate it when okay, so this is one thing I hate about it. Like the pitchers just like when it gets late, the bullpen is like, all right, pitching change after 3 batters, pitching change after 3 batters, pitching. It just slows the game down, and that to me is just, that's a killer. That's such a killer. It's such a drag. I'm sure it's fun when you're there as Bieber sends this to center, but then it's going to be caught for out number 1. So we return to action right mid-pitch again. So it's like they're trying to milk these commercials so bad. Seeking the first back-to-back World Series title since the 2000s, or 2000, where the Yankees did in 98, 99, and 2000. As here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. What's up, Dr. Lay? How's it going? It's Michael Ramdeath. Okay. I do recall that name. Yes, how's it going, sir? San Diego's beautiful, I bet. That sounds great. Just hanging out, watching some baseball, calling some baseball. Appreciate you for stopping on, man. Stopping on in. I really do appreciate it. As Bieber delivers, that's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Like I said, you have to scroll really far down to find me, and that's again one of the reasons why I've been very hesitant. I know that's what I shouldn't use. As here's the 0-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out once he tried to hold up there, but could not. So that's 2 outs. But yeah, I've been really hesitant on calling the World Series because all the baseball streamers in the world calling this game. Of course, CeeLo, he's been popping off now. He's like almost the go-to guy for baseball. So yeah, it'll be a killer. Going well. Who are you pulling for, if anyone? I am, it doesn't really bother me, but I will say I've betrayed my country, and I am going with Team Canada here. So I'm going with the Blue Jays. I know that's kind of disgraceful. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. So I'm a Benedict Arnold, I guess. But yeah, I'm pulling with Canada. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. And it's 1-1 to Tommy Edman, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Yeah, and I normally pull with the NL as well. Like I'm an NL guy, but now I just can't. I can't pull for the Dodgers. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball low, and it's 2-1. Sorry, we all have. Yeah, we're all going with Toronto. 2-1 count to Edman. Bieber kicks and deals. That's going to be low, and it's 3-1 to Edman. There's lots of callers, but there's no other than Dr. I appreciate it, Wendy. That's very kind of you. That's very nice. I really do appreciate that. I try. I really do appreciate that. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be in there, but not called a strike. 87 on the inside corner. Bieber can't believe it. Showing off the historic World Series Game 3s in 2018. Dodgers, Red Sox. 18 innings, 7 hours and 20 minutes. Last night, 6 hours and 39 minutes. Jeez. As a Mets fan, can't pull for Dodgers either. I totally get it. As that's going to be a slider outside. 1-0. This is Kike Hernandez. Had a sacrifice fly earlier. Give the Dodgers the lead. Of course, Vladimir Guerrero just took that away the following inning, as that's going to be high and in. Almost hit him. And it's 2-0. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I'm pulling kind of. I'd like to see the Mets bounce back, As here's the 2-0. That's going to be cut on and sent to right. On the run is Barger, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Nice run. As that is the conclusion of that bottom of the fourth, we head to the top of the fifth. Blue Jays 2, Dodgers 1. Yeah, I felt bad. Of course, I'm, Pure Adrenaline Sports, of course, is a Mets guy. He's been really nice to the channel. The first ever person to raid me was a Mets fan. So Mets fans have actually been very kind to me. So I definitely do appreciate the Mets fan base. So yeah, I kind of feel bad for them. They seem very nice. Dodgers fans, no offense, if there's any Dodgers fans, I doubt it. But, not as many. Not as many nice ones. I made the comments earlier that, that Dodgers fans really would just, when I covered games during the season, so let's go back. Let's go back in time a little bit. So this again, obviously now I'm very fortunate to have had a little base here, but just, when I'd covered games that involved the Dodgers like this was one of my, for whenever I got to, I'd say about June or July, I wasn't hitting 1,000. I'd hit about 500, 600. But yeah, I'd have a lot of games for the Dodgers that would be one of my higher viewed games, but they weren't my highest longevity. I would average about 10 people. Wasn't bad, but there'd be other games that I have with less views. At the time, like this game here, I'd average probably about 20, 25 people. It was just, I feel like the Dodgers fans would always click on it, but they wouldn't stay because they didn't like that there wasn't a Dodgers fan. That's just what I feel like. If there wasn't a Dodgers fan calling the game, they wouldn't want any part of it. That was kind of what I was thinking. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, that's just me. Take a trip down memory lane. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was fun. I've enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm excited for year 2. I think, I don't know. I'm very excited. I think this channel could be really I don't know. I expect at the end of 2026, I definitely believe 10,000 subscribers is on the table. I genuinely believe that. I'm going to go and refresh it here because I know it's way behind. So it's going to be a little bit ahead now, but it's fine. But all right, in the college football world, Kennesaw State 14, UTEP 10, James Madison 28, Texas State 10. Looks like we have to go back actually to action here as Ohtani is back out there as he delivers to Jimenez. That's going to be upstairs, and it's 1-0. 1-0 to Jimenez, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Ohtani kicks and deals. Breaking ball, that is outside. And it's 2-0. Jimenez 2 for 14 this World Series. Looking to get something going. Of course, he's known more for his glove. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And it's 2-1. Two and 1 count as Ohtani kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Wendy, I can't recall. Are you a Blue Jays fan, or are you just a fan of are you anti-Dodger? I can't recall. I do apologize. I don't recall the first time that we've interacted. As that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Jimenez. Andreas Jimenez goes down. Showing off, I guess, the celebrities around visiting. That's cool. Tobey Maguire, that's pretty cool. I like Toby. He might not like us, but he's pretty cool. As that's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, former Pirate, looking for his first hit in the World Series. Hopefully he does well. Definitely pulling for him myself. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be cut on and fouled back, and it's 0-2 to IKF. 0-2 count. Ohtani rocks and fires. And IKF sends this to left. But Kike is there to make the catch. And it's out number 2. Two outs, and that will flip the lineup over, and that will bring up Nathan Lucas. That's Lucas. I remember I was corrected on that. Ohtani shaking his head. He doesn't like any of these calls. He's going to pitch anyway. Here's the pitch. That is way outside. Notice that it's the second time now he's done that, and yeah, every single time it's a pitch that is way outside. So he clearly voicing his displeasure, I guess. As here is the 1-0. That's a breaking ball inside, and it's 2-0. Ohtani is just unstoppable. He's great. He is the best player in the game. The 2-0, and that's going to be low, and it's 3-0. So 3-0 count to Nathan Lucas, who's 1 for 2 on the night. Ohtani delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 94 on the outside corner. Everyone has a camera. Here's the 3-1. That's a grounder. That's going to get through for a base hit in between short and third. Pages is there to throw it back in. So a 2-out single for Lucas. And that will bring up Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who, of course, had that 2-run shot earlier. I wonder if I could, I don't know, I was trying to see if I could have a box score. I can't, as that's a swing and a miss, strike one. Maybe I can. No. I feel like I messed with it a little bit. Oh, well. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is inside, and it's 1-1. 1-1 count. As Ohtani sets, kicks and deals, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Dodgers fans are rising to their feet. Ohtani sets and fires. That's going to be cut on and sent to center. Pages is there to make the catch. For out number 3, we head to the bottom of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score is 2-1. I think that sounds a little bit right. Again, I don't know what. I remember I could do it. I just don't remember what it was. That takes me to him if I click on him. Oh, well, we're just going to go ahead and ignore it. I wonder if the... Oh, did the Sixers bring it to overtime? Oh, wow, look at the Sixers go. Sixers are 3-0. They're trying to stay undefeated here. So Wizards leading 128-126. Don't make it 131-126. Heat 117. Hornets 96. Knicks 71. Bucks 66. Thunder 71. Kings 70. In the hockey world, the Golden Knights leading 6-3 over the Hurricanes. Blue Jackets and the Sabres 3-3. Ducks 2. Panthers 1. Bruins 3. Islanders 2. Lightning 1. Predators nothing. Jets 2. Wild 1. Red Wings 2. The Blues 1. Blackhawks 2. Senators nothing. Capitals 0. Stars 0. And the Avalanche 2. Devils nothing. So, yeah, there. And then Kennesaw State 14, UTEP 10, James Madison 28, Texas State. James Madison 28, Texas State 10, yeah. Threw me off there. I guess I can't have I don't know what the sound is. It makes no sense. Camera options. Action. Fan control. I guess I should do action, huh? I think action might be the play. No, probably not. Anyway, I'm just kind of seeing what works with this 3D stuff. That is what it is. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe. If you scrolled all the way down here to find me, you're a legend. Just know that. That is so cool. So I do appreciate that. Hopefully you like the style. Again, I try for a traditional broadcast. Really, that is kind of what I try to do with the traditional voice. So yeah, I definitely do appreciate it. Make sure again to like and subscribe. Feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. I really do. We're back here in the bottom of the 5th inning as Pages is coming to the plate. I believe Bieber is still on the mound. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. Yeah, we'll keep it on this angle. We'll see how that works. Yeah, that's interesting. Pages at the plate again. He's struggling. He's still, again, he's batting less than 100 this series, so that should tell you everything. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be upstairs and inside, and it's 2-0. You'll see it there on the replay. 2-0 count. Bieber rocks and fires. Grounder, and that's going foul, making a guy skip. To my Lou, my darling. That's 2-1. Tomorrow, of course, Game 5. Blue Jays, Dodgers. Will it be a 2-2 game or 2-2 series, or will the Dodgers be one game away from winning it all? I guess this game will answer that question. 2-1 count here to Pages. Looks like there's a little bit of a delay here. Pages had to go back to the dugout. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 2-2. Pages grimacing. Didn't like it. Didn't like the call. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Cut on and sent to shallow right. Barger sprinting in and will make the catch for out number 1. As this is frozen, so that's never a good sign. Interesting. Might have to start it over. Literally, it froze. That's crazy. Let's go ahead and just start it over. All right, here is the pitch. That's a grounder, and that's going foul. Now this whole thing, I think it's because everyone's using it. All right, what we'll do is we're going to cut to here. We're going to duplicate this tab. Move that over here. Move that right there. Get rid of that. So 0-1 to Ohtani. Bieber kicks and deals. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. And it's 0-2. Showing the replay of Ohtani last night, and he decided to pop off. So I guess there's a delay here. I don't know. I'm looking at nothing there on the screen. Nothing here on my screen. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani again showing a compilation of him just wrecking the baseball. Ohtani's 11 for 15 of hits for extra bases. I mean, that is just amazing. So 0-2 count to Ohtani. As Bieber delivers. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Ohtani shaking his head. He doesn't like the call. So all that's for a called strike 3. Nice pitch. Ohtani's reaction is like, oh, man. That's pretty funny. All right, well, this is Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Bieber kicks and deals, and Betts sends this to center, but it's right to Varsho for out number 3. Nothing doing there. Very quick. The Dodgers go down. We head to the top of the 6th. The Blue Jays leading 2-1 over the Dodgers. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. Let's see here. Again, in the hockey world, Golden Knights 6, Hurricanes 3, Blue Jackets 3, Sabres 3, Ducks 2, Panthers 1, Bruins 3, Islanders 2, Lightning 1, Predators nothing, Jets 2, Wild 1, Red Wings 2, Blues 1, Blackhawks 2, Senators nothing, Capitals and Stars at 0-0, Avalanche 2, Devils nothing. I'm surprised they've been pitching to Ohtani. Yeah, honest. Well, hey, he's going to kind of neutralize tonight. So I'm thinking, hey, the law of averages, it's like there's no way he's doing this again, right? And, I could see that. I could see that strat, working out. Then, of course, in the college football world, whenever I get this situated here, UTEP losing to Kennesaw State 16-10. James Madison 28, Texas State 17. Lou Man, I have no idea, Lewis, what that means. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. I will just put this up there just to combat that for some reason. Appreciate you, though, Lewis, for tuning on in. Yeah, this is pretty much it. Got really nothing else to say. Of course, like I said, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. So I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said, you had to scroll all the way down pretty much to find me. So I really do appreciate that. I really do. So, yeah, if you do like the style, again, make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe. Canada Typhoon. Oh, okay. I would not have guessed that. It looked like a Sega Dreamcast, logo there. I actually can't even see that. I don't even know where you find that. Where is that? I don't even see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, the Cyclone, yeah. Interesting. Interesting. All right, well. All right, that's going to be removed. Okay, we're back here in the top of the 6th. As Ohtani is ready to deliver, as that's going to be a sweeper in there for a called strike. This is Bo Bichette at the plate. 0 for 1 with the walk. So Ohtani delivers. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Bichette. 0-2, nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Blue Jays leading 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-2. I was looking at the inning there for some reason. But yeah, 2-1 Blue Jays leading over the Dodgers. So Ohtani can't quite listen on the pitch comm, as here is the pitch. That's cut on in center right. But that is also foul. I wonder if I were to actually call the game on like the screen you see, would you guys even notice? As Ohtani delivers, that's cut on and hit foul. I bet I probably could. I know that's what some other people do for sure. They don't even watch the game. They actually watch what you can watch on MLB.com. Interesting. 1-2 count here. Ohtani rocks and fires. That's a breaking ball outside, and it's 2-2. 2-2 count to Bichette. Looking for his first hit again. He's already been on base tonight. As Ohtani delivers, and Bichette cranks this to left, but not cranked far enough as Kike makes the catch for out number 1. Very casually, I might add. Of course, it's that time at the top of the 6th. It's pretty much sponsored by T-Mobile. T-Mobile, our sponsor for the top of the 6th inning. That's what they're doing there. Ohtani delivers. That's right down the middle for a called strike. Barger at the plate again. He's 1 for 2. Batting .326 this postseason. He's been again getting on base, as that's going to be a chopper right back to Ohtani, who tosses it to Freeman for out number 2. That is just OP when you have like a guy that can play the field is also your pitcher. I was literally about to say that. John Smoltz just said, I'd love to see him play outfield. Like, I literally want to see him not be a DH next year, because he's also an amazing fielder. Like, he is your 5-tool guy. Like, it's amazing. And then, of course, he can pitch. So that's one thing. Like, yeah, I'm not a fan of the Dodgers, but I've always liked Shohei. There's no way I can cheer against him. Here is the pitch. Oh, that's way inside. Captain Kirk having to lean out of the way. 1-0 count. 1-0 count. Ohtani rocks and fires. That is going to be outside, and it's 2-0. 96 on the fastball. What's up, Chris? How's it going? How you doing today? I'm doing okay. I couldn't really sleep last night, but other than that, I'm hanging in there. Here's the 2-0 breaking ball in there for a called strike, and it's 2-1. So a little bit sleep deprived, but we're making it. I'm hanging in there. Hopefully all is well with you, Chris. It's good to see you as always. Appreciate you, man. Here's the 2-1. As that's going to be popped up, but that is going foul, and it's 2-2 to Captain Alejandro Kirk. Sure, we're both kind of hoping that, hey, it'd be nice if the Brewers made it. Would have been cool. Here is the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ohtani looks really good. He made one mistake earlier, but it's been lights out since. Of course, the Blue Jays do lead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Like I said, folks, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Again, I appreciate you guys scrolling all the way down to find me. Like, you really had to scroll down, so I really appreciate that. All I ask for is a chance. That's all I really ask for. Like I said, I've been staying away from the series because there's so many people calling the game. So, of course, I did cover baseball all year. But, I'm like, yeah, everyone's calling it. I have no chance. But you know what? It is what it is. It's fun. This is, again, probably my final baseball game of the season. If it goes to Game 7, we'll see. No promises. But, again, I'll be back next year, starting opening day. So, again, this is my 156th game of the year. I feel you, man. I've had trouble sleeping the last 2 nights. Yeah, really. For me, it's been the last 2 nights. I don't know what it is. I understand we don't even live close to each other, but, something's in the air. Wrestling is on, and I got you on. Lewis, you're a legend, man. I appreciate you. So, Tuesday night, what is that? That is, what is Tuesday? Is that AEW? Actually, I thought they were Wednesday. I thought it was like Dynamite or something on Wednesday. Again, I'm not really too familiar with wrestling anymore. I do, again, I keep up a little bit of WWE. Not much. Not even close to as much as I did. Of course, again, Kennesaw State leading 16-10 over UTEP. James Madison leading 28-17 over Texas State. Bruins leading 5-2 over the Islanders. Lightning 2, Predators nothing. Jets and Wild 2-2. Red Wings 4, Blues 1. What the heck am I listening to on the TV? Blackhawks 3, Senators nothing. Stars 1, Capitals nothing. Avalanche 2, Devils nothing. Mammoth Oilers 0-0. Final scores again: the Flyers defeated the Penguins in overtime. Maples over the Flames. Golden Knights over the Hurricanes. Blue Jackets, Sabres in overtime. Blue Jackets winning. And the Ducks 3, Panthers 2. And then in the NBA, the Sixers leading 135-134 with 6.5 seconds left to go. The Heat leading 134. Hornets at 107. Looks like the Heat will win that one. Knicks and the Bucks 85 apiece in the third. Kings and the Thunder. Kings lead 83-80 in the fourth. Oh, yes, we love bots. Bots are my favorite. Love you, man. Hope everything is going okay for your delay. Oh, everything's okay. I'll hang in there, man. You know, I'll be okay. Appreciate it, though. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening. That's going to be in there for a called strike. But again, I'm trying to balance it all. You know, trying to balance everything. NXT. Oh, I see. And that's going to be a cutter in there for a called strike. These pitchers going, not the distance, but, it's nice to see them go, into the sixth inning. Here's the 0-2. That's a breaking ball low, and it's 1-2. You'll see it right here as it's the replay there. Again, Freddie Freeman at the plate. He is 1 for 2 on the night. But, yeah, it's nice, a little, like a blast from the past to see pitchers in the sixth inning now. Starters, of course, obviously. 1-2 count. Bieber begins the windup and the pitch. That's going to be ripped right to first. Oh, and it's off Guerrero's glove. And Freeman will stay at first, of course, because actually didn't skip too far. But that's a base runner. That is a base runner for the Dodgers. Oh, Guerrero just overplayed the glove. I mean, really, again, he was right there. If you had to scroll to find this stream, that's cool. Thanks. All I do is click on notification. And if you'd like to be able to do that, just hit the like and subscribe. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I try, man. I try. Doctor's my guy. Thank you again. You guys are legends. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cranked to center. Varsho sliding catch. Oh, what a catch by Varsho. That forces Freeman to retreat to first. Wow, that is huge. Smith gave it good contact. Varsho from the jump had a beat on it, and Freeman has to head back to first. That is huge. And this is the end for Bieber. Or maybe not. Bieber and Schneider having a discussion. Schneider. Wow, okay. Well, tell you what. The Bieber, I guess, just convinced him to leave him in. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I love it when that happens, man. Showing Scherzer there in the dugout. He looks like a crazed old man at this point. Jeez. Defense. Yes, we got to look. Hey, defense is great. In baseball, I like offense, but good whenever they're like diving or sliding or jumping or just great hustle. Oh, you got to love it. Here's the pitch, and Hernandez hits it. Oh, that's going to get down for a base hit. Varsho is there to throw it in, so Bieber fought to stay in. But unfortunately, right now, was it a mistake? We'll see. Schneider kind of red in the face. Hopefully it's not anger. Pretty much right off the end of the bat. That's why it barely went over the second baseman. Keep the Beeb in there. He's dealing. He is. But right now it may be a mistake. And it looks like that's going to do it for not Justin Bieber. That is Shane Bieber. Wow. All right. Well, There is the call to the pen that is brought to you by, of course, I'm kind of just doing this because I forgot to do it earlier. Brought to you by Coffee Beans. Eduardo Hernandez, sorry you can't hammer. The hammer, call to the pen. Hey, that actually works. Spike to like. Oh, yeah, 100%. Make sure to spike that like button. Never mind. Let's let Mad Max have a go. Yeah, right. No, I don't think Scherzer's coming in for this one. No. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like and subscribe. Again, like I said, for scrolling all the way down, that is cool if you're not subscribed to the channel. Because, I know you have to scroll all the way down. Because there's like a million people covering this game. Not Justin. Nope, this is definitely not Justin. Though Shane is probably saying, is it too late to say sorry, I'm sure, after, again, fighting to stay in. Then allowing the hit next pitch. That is tough. He probably said that too. What's the over-under on that? Or is there a bet? I don't know if that makes any sense. But, I wonder if there's a bet on Kalshi. Did Shane Bieber say, is it too late to say sorry after coming out there? I'm sure there's a bet there somewhere. I'm sure. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. But that is pretty much it. I got nothing really else. It's tough. It is. You really hate to see it, man. You fight to stay in, and then literally the next pitch, you allow a hit. And I didn't quite see. It looks like is that Fluharty? Fluharty. I'm not familiar with Fluharty. Let's go and click on him, and we'll see. So this postseason, only a 6.75 ERA, so I don't know if that's the best. That's a killer. All right, well, we'll see what happens here as Muncy is at the plate. Mason Fluharty. We'll see what happens. Now that's ahead of me now. That's great. But on my screen, Muncy is digging in. Runners on first and second with one out. Fluharty delivers. Muncy cranks this to center. But Varsho is there to make the catch and throw it in to prevent Freeman from going to third. So now 2 outs. That'll bring up Tommy Edman. Edman, of course, has been the long-time Cardinal. And apparently he had a rough night defensively. Then he had a nice night defensively. I don't know. A hot and cold night, apparently. So, okay. Never mind. No, Coach, I got this. He did not got this. Yeah. All right, Fluharty delivers, and that's a swing and a miss. Out in front of the breaking ball, strike one. Have you seen the Tomlin play set video? It's pretty funny. No, I have not. I have no idea what that actually, to be honest, I've never heard of that. Is that like someone else, like parodying or something? 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper, and that's going foul, and it's 0-2 to Tommy Edman. A big opportunity here for the Doyers. Fluharty. 1 strike away from getting out of the little jam here. As he looks back at second and delivers. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nothing doing. We head to the top of the 7th. Blue Jays leading 2-1. Tomlin playset video. Tomlin playset video. Is it on YouTube? I'm just literally going to Google it. The Google. Even though it's not Googling. I'm old. I say dumb things. Obviously you're just searching it up, but that's what it is. Tomlin. No, I guess I should say Mike Tomlin, huh? I don't know. I guess I'll have to look at it another time or something. All right, in the college football world, Kennesaw State 16, UTEP 10, James Madison 28, Texas State 20. Let's see here. Lightning 2, Predators 1, Jets and Wild 2-2, Red Wings 4, Blues 1, Blackhawks 4, Senators 1, Stars 1, Capitals nothing, Avalanche 2, Devils nothing, Mammoth 1, Oilers nothing. And then the Sixers did win 139-134. Wow. Bucks 93, Knicks 88, Kings 91, Thunder 88, and the Hornets falling to the Heat 144-117. They made a parody toy commercial about making fun of Tom. Okay. I think you'd get a kick out of it. Oh, you probably would. I probably would. Delay, bruh. Yo. What's up? What's up, Marcy? How's it going? It's good to see you. Good to see you, man. Just calling some baseball. Quite possibly the final baseball game of the season for me. This would be 156 games. Not quite the 162 I wanted, but, I would say that's pretty good. I would say I gave it a good ride. But, next year we might go all out on baseball in the spring and summer. And of course, August, September, even again October, like we did at the beginning. But yeah, this was really my concern, was that, again, my first year doing this, obviously it takes a while to grow a channel. So when it got down to less and less teams, I was going to get wrecked as far as the ratings and all that. So, but it is what it is. PNC Bank commercial in Spanish. Nice. RC in the building. Oh, yeah. We got a legend in the building. You like the AI press conference with Rogers? Yeah, no, the AI stuff is pretty funny. I'll admit. That is pretty good stuff. All right. Well, Ohtani delivers, and Varsho hits it to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So look at that. Varsho, one pitch, one hit for Varsho. I have to wonder how long Ohtani will stay in. So that was interesting. Ohtani is hitting, yes. Interesting. All right, Ohtani sets and delivers, and that's going to be a breaking ball inside as it's 1-0 to Clement. Clement is 0 for 2 on the night. Looking for his first hit. Saw it on Black and White Sports Football Channel. The title's video, Mike Tomlin gets roasted by Steelers fans. Oh, really? Is Clement hits this to left center, and that one is off the wall. Varsho is going to stop at third. And the Blue Jays have runners on second and third with nobody out, and that might do it for Ohtani-kun. Again, he's been so dominant, but did they leave him in just a tad too long? They may have. Dodgers 2 base runners, but they always strike out. Yeah, I'm sorry, Seth. Seth, I thought you were a Phillies fan the other day. What happened? I'm telling you, Seth cracks me up. He changes a lot. He changes I think at one time you were an Orioles fan, I swear. And then you were Mets. I swear, am I just living in an alternate reality? As that will do it for Ohtani-kun. He has done, again, a great performance by him, but I think they may have just left him in a little bit too long. So a call to the pen. So they will step away. I, of course, will be right here. Black and White Sports pretty good. I like the one guy a little bit better than the other. Okay. All right. That's cool, I guess. Let's go Blue Jays. Yeah, Blue Jays looking good right now. We'll see what happens here. I like when the players teleport in and out from the basement. I know, it's the best part. That's what they do. It's what they do, man. It's actually what's happening. You guys think this is just the computer doing its thing. No, it's what's actually happening on the field, but don't let them lie to you. If you see them not doing it, that's AI for sure. And it's going around the league. Yeah, Seth is great. No, man, he's awesome. But yeah, I swear, it's like every week or so, I see a different teams. Like he changes. Seth is, I'm starting to think, Seth, you might have alternate accounts. That's probably what it is. It's like this account for the Phillies, this account for the Orioles and the Ravens, this account for the Dodgers. Dude, that's a great idea, honestly. That's what I should do. I should have multiple accounts. Like, oh yeah, dude, let's go, whatever team. Yeah, Seth is a legend. I appreciate you, Seth. But yeah, no, I mean, you're pulling for the Dodgers, so yeah, they definitely have had opportunities. Seth is correct. Had plenty of opportunities, and they just could not push anyone across. That is definitely rough. Looks like we are back here in Los Angeles, where again the Blue Jays lead 2-1, and with an opportunity to extend the lead with runners on second and third with nobody out. Playing an MLB 2K9 song. I love it when they usually do that. This is Anthony Bonda, former Pirate a few years ago. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. A lefty on lefty. It's going to be tough for Jimenez, as that is strike one. Bonda he's had a rough postseason. 3 earned runs in 3 innings. 3 2/3 to be specific. The 0-1 from Bonda, and that's going to be outside, and it's 1-1. Oh yeah, no, for sure. No, yeah, we love Seth. This is a pro Seth channel. 1-1 count. Bonda sets, kicks, and deals. That is going to be in there for a called strike. And it's 1-2 to Jimenez. Again, Jimenez more known for his glove, not necessarily for his bat. One and two, Bonda sets, kicks, and deals. Breaking ball just outside. And it's 2-2. 2-2, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa on deck. He's a former Pirate. Bonda sets, rocks, and fires. That's outside. Oh, the ball gets away a little bit. Try to hold in a sneeze over here, and we did hold that sneeze. Let's go. I'm a legend. The ball did get away. Smith kept it in front. Just share the Tomlin. Okay, in Discord. Gotcha. I'll check it out after the game. Appreciate you, man. 3-2 count. Bonda sets as Jimenez is granted time. Again, the Blue Jays with runners on second and third. Nobody out in the top of the 7th as Bonda sets, kicks, and deals. That's cut on and fouled back. And the count remains 3-2. Shohei Ohtani's postseason did great. Of course, again, he's responsible for the runners on second and third. The 3-2 poked at and hit to left, and that is going foul. Again, it's a 3-2 count to Jimenez, as he's just fighting off these pitches. That should be a little concerning if you're a Dodgers fan. Again, Jimenez not exactly the best batter, and it's a lefty-lefty. Here's the 3-2. Jimenez pokes it to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. One run's going to score, and he holds the runner at third. It is now 3-1. Blue Jays, like I said, a little bit concerning that Banda couldn't find strike 3. And Jimenez finds a base hit as it's now 3-1 Blue Jays. Just poking it to left. And again, that's going to bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, a Pirates legend, who is wearing Dodgers catching gear. I'm not kidding. That's how it is on the TV. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball. That's going to be a bunt attempt. He pulls back, and it's 1-0. And yes, he did change as they realized he was in the wrong gear. 1-0 count to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Again, runners on. First and third. Nobody out. Banda will set. Rocks and fires. Showing bunt. Pulls back. That is outside. And it's 2-0. 2-0 count to IKF. At least it's been a competitive World Series. Oh yeah, that's all we all want. We just want Game 7 would be great, as that's going to be in the dirt, and it's 3-0. 3-0 count. Lucas is on deck. He's 2 for 3 on the night. Banda rocks and fires, and that is sent. And that is going to go foul, and it's 3-1. Three and 1 count as Roberts looks on. Banda will set and toss it over the first. And he's getting booed. That's odd, considering he's the home pitcher. Three and 1 count. IKF at the plate. Runners on first and third. Banda sets, rocks, and fires. That's going to be hit right to third. Throws back at first. Oh, it's a double play. Oh, my goodness. What a play. Oh, my goodness. IKF a rocket right to third. Muncy catches it, throws it back to first. Jimenez is doubled up. Oh, they may have to take a look at it. This could be interesting as the rain really picks up where I am. So if the lights go out, well, just know that I am dead. Probably not, actually. But, yeah, my apologies there if that happens. That's going to be close. I think he's going to be safe. Looks like his hand actually hits Freddie Freeman's foot, and you can make an argument that's going to be interference. So they're going to take a look at this. Again, if it is upheld, that is a double play. I think he's going to be safe, personally. So, again, we have a challenge here, so bear with us, folks. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, appreciate you guys finding me all the way down here on YouTube. It's rough. It's rough out there, folks. But, hey, I do appreciate it for scrolling all the way down here and finding me. Again, it's completely free to subscribe to the channel. And, of course, again, feel free to comment down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. They are taking a long look at it. That's usually, I don't know. I guess I've seen both. And what a play. That ball was smoked right to third. Just happened to be right to Muncy's glove. And again, Muncy with the awareness to throw it to first. All right, here's the verdict. Runner is safe. The runner is safe. No double play. Now there's runners on first and third with just one out. And that will bring up Lucas, who again is 2 for 3. Looks like, no, it's not going to be Nathan Lucas. It's going to be Ty France. So Mark Pryor going to have a little chat with Banda, or Bonda, I should say. So lefty on righty. So this is getting a little interesting here. Again, the Blue Jays lead 3-1. The scoreboard is right over there. Ty France, of course, in the postseason hasn't really played much. It's just 1 for 3. So looking to get some action here as Bonda sets. I don't know what is going on there. Here is the pitch. That's a big swing and a miss. And it's strike one. Again, runners on the corners with one out. The Blue Jays leading 3-1. They've already scored one this inning, looking to add another. 0-1 count. Bonda sets, kicks and deals. That's a chopper to second, and Edmonds just going to have to throw to first, and that's going to score another run. He does what he needs to do, as it's now 4-1. That is a killer for the Dodgers. Just a slow chopper to second. That is as tough as it can be for the Dodgers. Looks like that's going to do it for Bonda. Allowed both of Shohei's runs, and they are going to intentionally walk Guerrero. That would bring up Bichette. But again, pitching change here in Los Angeles. The Blue Jays leading 4-1 over the Doyers. 4-1 is your score. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Appreciate you guys for tuning on into this one. Again, I know if you're definitely not a subscriber, you have to scroll all the way down to find me, so I really do appreciate that. I really do. It definitely means a lot. All I ask for is a chance, and maybe then I can win you over. I believe I can. If you don't think so, then I guess you're not subscribing. Oh, man. Then, of course, I do have a poll. Feel free to let me know who you think is going to win tonight. Of course, 69% of you guys have the Blue Jays winning. 31% have the Dodgers. Of course, again, it is a 3-run lead with just a few innings left to go. I may change it up. Actually, that's what we're going to do. We're going to change it up now. We're going to change it up now. Got a new poll up. If you want to vote on it, that's great. If not, well, that's okay too. But I'm just saying it's free to do. Who wins the series? Curious if you can let me know who you think is going to win the series. Again, obviously, the Dodgers lead 2-1, but Blue Jays may tie it up tonight, which would force the series to go back to Toronto. So let me know who you think is going to win the series. Again, as far as who's winning tonight, 69% of you guys had the Blue Jays, 31% with the Doyers. We got some votes in, yes. 100% of you guys with the Blue Jays, 3 votes in. Blue Jays, yeah, you guys are all with the Blue Jays tonight. Dr. Lee, thank you for being my way to tune into this game as I'm listening. I'm commuting home. Hope the weather stays good for you. I hope so as well. That would be a disaster, really, for the stream, as that would mean I'm canceled. Canceled by the weather, which I guess is probably a better way to be canceled by. Maybe one day I'll be canceled for other reasons, but not today. Not today. Canceled for hating on Mike Tomlin. Blake Triton's going to be on the mound here, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 95 mile per hour fastball. This is Bo Bichette. Again, he's 0 for 2. He walked earlier. Bonda's not happy with himself. I can tell you that right now. He is not happy. As Bichette cranks this to left, and that one is off the wall. Hernandez throws it in. It's going to be 5-1 as Guerrero Jr. is held up at third. That was as clutch as can be. That is a killer. That is a killer for the Dodgers. Again, runners on the corners now. Or maybe did he go to second? I don't know. I'm kind of waiting to see what they ruled here. What was the final there? But again, it is 5-1. Bichette with an RBI. I think it's an RBI single. Yeah, runners on the corners. As this is Barger, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Triton sets and delivers. That's a grounder. Betts dives, can't get there, and Guerrero's just walking in. It's now 6-1 Blue Jays. Oh, man, Addison Barger getting his second hit of the day. It's a big one, extending the lead to 6-1. That's one way to get canceled. Oh, yeah. That would be unfortunate. All right, so this is Alejandro Captain Kirk. Triton sets, kicks and deals. That is going to be low, and it's 1-0. Kirk is 0 for 3 on the night. 2 strikeouts. He was 5 for 10 prior to this game, so he had been swinging a good bat, but tonight Ohtani shut him down. Chris loves it. I imagine many people do. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Triton kicks and deals. That's going to be a breaking ball below the zone as it's 2-0. Bonda is just not having a great time there in the dugouts as they all pummel him. That may have been a lie. I'm pretty sure it actually was. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. That's a swing and a miss. And that's a strike one. I got to hold that a little bit better. Come on. Come on, delay. No, he definitely wasn't happy, though. I can tell you that. Jack Dreyer warming up in the bullpen. Triton sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, man. 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 men on. Again, the Blue Jays leading 6-1 here in the top of the 7th. Triton sets, kicks, and deals. Cut on and hit to right. Right to Teoscar Hernandez, who makes the catch. But not before a huge inning, a 4-run inning for the Blue Jays. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays leading 6-1 over the Doyers. He's actually not getting pummeled, folks. Just letting you know. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you like what you're listening to, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you're here, appreciate you. Like I said, again, I know there's a lot of people out there calling this game. So, I do appreciate you scrolling all the way down. Let me call the game for you. And hopefully you like it. Because, again, that's what I've been doing. It's in March. I did step away, though, for the World Series. This is kind of my final game of the final baseball game of the season. But, of course, again, I'll be back next year for opening day. This was fun. This was definitely fun. Looking forward to more. Need to actually... One of these days, I'm going to do it. I really should do it later. I want to count... I did 156, but I want to get the records of the teams of when I called them. That's what I want to do later. I want to see who was the best. I know, obviously, the Pirates had the most games I called, obviously, but, you know, they definitely didn't have the best record. If it goes to 7, where will the game be played? That'll be played in Toronto. Toronto, yeah. The Blue Jays have the home field advantage. So, yeah, no, it's definitely looking like it may be heading to Toronto at least. Even if, of course, the Dodgers win tomorrow, it goes back to Toronto for Game 6. So that would be, that would be huge. Blue Jays doing what they needed to win one of these. They needed to really win, either Game 3 or Game 4 to force it back to Toronto. So they did. They're trending like they will. So, that would be a crazy comeback if that were to be the case. But yeah. Honestly, this game, every time I say this, I jinx myself, but a pretty good pace considering how stupid long these commercials are. Actually, a pretty decent pace. We're in the bottom of the 7th, and not even at 2.5 hours. That'd be about 3 hours, 3:15 if everything, if it ends at 9 or, in 9 innings. That's not too bad. Oh, that looks really good. Is that a steak? Wow. All right, well. All right. We're on for the bottom of the 7th as here is the pitch. That's going to be fouled off the catcher's mask as Chris Bassett is in there. He has yet to allow a run this postseason. Miles Straw now taking... the left field spot again. Lucas was pinch hit for. As here's the pitch. That's a chopper to short. Jimenez throws to first, gets Hernandez by a step for out number 1. So now the Dodgers down to the last 8 outs. Big news Saturday. Penn State and Ohio State. I'm sure that was a big game. They really thought it would be. Not quite anymore. This is Alex Call. Alex Call pinch hitting. Who is he pinch hitting for? I don't know. Maybe Tommy Edman? I'm not too sure. What the freak? 6-1 Blue Jays. Yep. All right. Bassett will set. Kicks and deals. And that's going to be inside, but it's called a strike. Good thing you didn't call last night's game. 2 games in 1. Yeah, it would have been nice, if I have a good turnout, then it's always worth it. It really is. If I get subs, then it's worth it. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. But like I said, that's always fluctuating. Even when I call a game or not call a game, I might I've had games where I lost subs before. It happens. 0-2 count to call. That's all good. Again, I still believe this channel will be very successful. Just got to keep going. As Bassett rocks and fires. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-2. Bassett doesn't like that call, or I don't know if he liked it himself there. I think that's more accurate. That was pretty far outside. 1-2 count. As Bassett delivers, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Call can't believe it. He doesn't like the call. But he rung him up. A lot of phone puns. I do this for free, folks. This is Shohei Ohtani at the plate. As Bassett kicks and deals. That is inside, and it's 1-0. Ohtani's 0 for 2 tonight. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Bassett kicks and deals. That's going to be a sinker, just low, and it's 2-0. They may be pitching around Ohtani. I felt like they would, even though they have the lead. 2 outs, nobody on. You still don't want to give the Dodgers a chance to celebrate and find themselves. That's a breaking ball, swing and a miss. 72-mile-per-hour breaking ball. That's a classic breaking ball there. Two and one count as I hear a ambulance. I'm sure you guys actually hear it. Maybe you don't. Here's the 2-1. That's a chopper to second. IKF has it. Throws to first for out number 3. That's a huge out there. As the Dodgers are down to the last 6. The Blue Jays, though, lead 6-1. Folks, again, like I said, appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you again for scrolling all the way down here to find me. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, I go for that classic radio-style broadcast. That's what I do. And definitely subscribe to the channel if you like baseball, if you like football. Again, I'll be back next year for sure. I actually, I forgot about the World Baseball Classic. Might even do some of that as well. That will be pretty fun. But, of course, again, I'll be back for the regular season for sure. Again, a lot of Pirates, of course, but I do bounce around. There's a lot of people here. Of course, Chris is a Brewers fan. I definitely have bounced around Major League Baseball. I'm sure Nick, he's listening, and if he's not, well, hey, he's a Diamondbacks fan. He didn't want to find me because I was covering a Pirates game. It was actually a Cubs and Diamondbacks game. That was a really fun game. So, no, I definitely do appreciate you guys for your support. I really do. But, yeah, this might be a wrap on my 2025 MLB. But, hey, it was fun. 156 games. Again, I got to, what I'll do is right after this, I'll just listen to some music, and then I will count up the records for the teams that I called. Yep, see, look at him. Look, I appreciate you, Nick. You're a legend. What's the World Baseball Classic? Chris, are you kidding? You don't know it? Oh, it's only like the World Cup of Baseball. It's been going on since like 2006, I want to say. It's pretty fun. After the game, I'll just Google it for you up here. I don't know. I'll show you, but it's fun. It's actually been pretty neat. I think Japan defeated the United States in the last one. It's like every 3 years, I think. 2023 was the last one. And it was like, yeah, that was such a cool moment. It was Ohtani on the mound in the bottom of the 9th or something like that, or top of the 9th. I can't remember, but Mike Trout was at the plate. It was such a big thing. Like 2 of the biggest stars in baseball going head to head, and Ohtani struck out Trout. That was huge. But yeah, the World Baseball Classic, pretty neat stuff. Pretty neat stuff for sure. Yeah, I may cover a little bit of that. I think that'll be pretty fun. I'm really excited, man. Like I'm telling you, I really am excited for the potential growth of this channel. Like I said, next year, the goal at the end of next year is to have 10,000. I really think that's doable. So, and by then, I should be making good ad money, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. And then it's like, I don't have to stress about anything anymore. Sounds pretty cool. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Jack Dreyer in as he delivers, and that's going to be popped up. If our show pops it up, Muncy calling it off and makes the catch for out number 1. Yeah, actually remember the mode. In MLB, I know I'm going to sound like a boomer when I say this. MLB 2K6. I remember that mode. I was always confused on why some players were playing for Canada. I'm like, wait, what? Why is Jason Bay playing for Team Canada? He plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm like, what? Why? Like, oh, he was born in Canada. Oh, he's playing for Canada because he was born in Canada, not because He's playing for the Canadians because he's a traitor. I thought, that's going to be in there for a called strike. I'm like, Pittsburgh Pirates in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I know. That confused younger me. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be cut on and fouled back as it's 0-2. And, of course, again, tomorrow night I'll be covering some college football, so hopefully that goes well. So that's where I'll be for Game 5. Again, if you're strictly here for the baseball, as here's the 0-2, that's going to be low. As it's 1-2, I can always recommend some great people that call games on the channel. So, yeah, no, I got you covered. Just look at my recommended, of course. I always have channels that I recommend. They are also calling this game, as here's the 1-2. That's going to be popped up, and that's going to go foul. Jaguar Gator again. I think he is very good at calling games. He's very underrated. I don't know how he does not have more people watching him. He is very good at calling games. As here's the 1-2. That's a grounder to first. Oh, what a stop by Freeman. Tosses to first. Did he get there? He did. Wow. Clement with an infield single. Well, he was hustling. Oh, you got to admire the hustle there. If that's O'Neal Cruz, he's still jogging down the first base line as we speak. Wow, what a run. Great stuff by Clement, getting his second hit of the night. So this will be Jimenez. Kind of got that rally started there just a few moments ago, as that's going to be... Oh, he plunked him high and in. Jimenez going to go down to first, and now there's runners on first and second with still one out. Man, well, things, I don't know. We might see some more runs here. I don't think that would help the Dodgers in their quest to try to turn things around here with just, again, 2 innings to go. But right now, Dreyer not looking too great. All right, stepping up to the plate is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, looking for his first hit of the series. Runners on first and second, one out here in the top of the 8th. Dreyer looks back at second and delivers. Breaking ball way upstairs. That is 1-0. 78, and I don't know. I guess he just forgot to wrap around it. I don't know what in the world that was. 1-0 count to IKF. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to short. Betts has it. Tosses to first for out number 2. Moves the runners up to second and third. That should flip the lineup over. That would mean, I guess that would be Miles Straw, since he's now in the game for Ty France, who pinch hit for Lucas. If my memory serves, my memory is correct. It is. Miles Straw. Look at me go. He's 0 for 6 in the World Series with 2 strikeouts. Takes effect January of 2026. What does that mean? What takes effect? What did I just say? What did I say there, Chris? Mound visit here. Again, runners on second and third. A base hit to the outfield pretty much makes this an 8-1 game. Checking in with Ken Rosenthal, who hates sports photographers, specifically the Brewers kind. Literally just pushed a guy down and then looked at him with disgust, as that's going to be in there for a call strike. I really shouldn't say he pushed a guy down. He backed into the guy who was on the ground. He was squatting, taking pictures. And Rosenthal bumps into him, knocks him over. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be... Actually, I don't know what that was. Was it a strike? I have no idea what the call is. No one knows what the call is. But anyway, he knocks him over and looks at him with disgust, like, dude, how dare you touch me? As here's the 0-2. That's cut on in center right, as that will become a souvenir. But yeah, Rosenthal had the most disgusted look on his face whenever... This was when the Brewers, I believe, clinched the playoff, like the NL... Yeah, the NL Central. I believe they clinched the NL Central. Rosenthal was there. And just, yeah, kind of showed his rear end. And he got ripped for it, of course. As here's the 0-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. All right, we head to the bottom of the 8th. It is 6-1. Time for the... What was that? I need to find that. I'm trying to mimic that. I don't know if I saved it or not. That was a funny video. I don't think I have it. No, I don't see it. That's a bummer. That was a good video. Why am I the way I am? A lot of stuff here that's saved. That's pretty crazy. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the style of broadcast that I offer, make sure, again, to hit that subscribe button. Of course, I do a lot of football. Football season is pretty much here. Baseball season winding down. So football is kind of where it's at. But, of course, again, once football ends, I'll be looking at baseball season right after that. Again, I started doing baseball, of course, this past March. It's been fun and definitely was a treat. And looking forward to season 2 of Play-by-Play with Dr. Delay Baseball Edition. That has been fun. It's been fun. But yeah, again, the same thing, trying to do, again, probably about four games a week will be Pirates. Just rough estimate there, maybe 5. And then, of course, there'll be some other games throughout the week. Of course, I can always do double headers. Double headers may be a thing. I might be doing some of those. I did them last year. I did 2 games in one day. Sometimes I would do 3. So we might do that as well. But yeah, no, that was fun. That was definitely fun. Looking forward to it, man. I know the Pirates were trash, but, it's fun. I miss saying Brian Reynolds coming to the plate. Andrew McCutchen, can he be clutching? Or then Tommy Pham. Looking to do something fantastic. And he was actually fantastic for a while there. He was, of course, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He was there. I miss the Pirates already. I do. Pirates, Brewers, those were fun. Actually, it wasn't. We actually got wrecked. But the Brewers crowd, again, that was definitely met a lot of great fans from the Brewers. Of course, me stealing thumbnails off the internet. What a ride it's been, man. I really do. Man, what a beginning that was. The UFL, yeah, I'll be doing some of the UFL as well in April. Yeah. All right, here is the pitch. That's going to be just outside. Mookie Betts at the plate. He's 0 for 3. 0 for 3 on the night. Looking for his first hit as the Dodgers down to their last 6 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cranked to left, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Betts, leadoff single in the bottom of the 8th. Steelers traded for a safety today. I would not know. I did not know that. Hopefully it was good. Hopefully it wasn't some bum in the bargain bin. I mean, we lost to Sean Elliott, of course, that happened on the Green Bay game. He is very underrated. Like, him and Minka last year were a great combination. I don't know. Like, man. Yeah, that's a killer. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Elliott, definitely one of the more underrated players. Because, I mean, again, you think of the Steelers, you think of many other players on that team, but you don't think of Deshaun Elliott. He does it all. He does what you need him to do. 0-1 count to Freeman. Here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Freeman again, 2 for 3 on the day. From the Patriots. Who did we get? I might have to look it up right now. Actually got someone from the Patriots. Kyle Duggar. Oh, I know who that is. I think he's okay. The 0-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Kyle Duggar. Okay. Yeah, I kind of know who he is. You'll see it right there. The swing and a miss. That's a big out, number 1. Of course, that should bring up the Fresh Prince of L.A., Will Smith, the catcher. Will Smith is 0 for 3 tonight as Bassett sets and fires. That's a chopper, and that's chopped foul. 0-1. Will Freeman danced back to dugout. He danced his way back to the dugout. Again, he had a good night, just no dancing. No doubles. Good to see you, Sean. Good to see you, by the way. Appreciate you for tuning in. 0-1 count. Bassett sets and fires. That's going to be inside, and it's a 1-1. Like I said, this is the final baseball game of the season, unless it goes game 7. Even then, I don't know. It really just depends what we'll do on Saturday night. College football really hasn't been hitting that well on the weekends anymore. Here's the 1-1. That's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. So, again, I'm kind of floating on in, trying to see what hits. Cheers. How's it going, Magic Man? Tuning in for the final. You guys all checking in here. Now, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That is way upstairs, and it's 2-2. 90 on the cutter. Again, a runner on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Good evening. Good evening to you, sir. Yes. Cheers all around. You guys are awesome. 2-2 counts. Bassett sets, kicks, and deals. Chopper to short. There's 1 and 2. A double play. We head to the top of the 9th. The Blue Jays with a commanding 6-1 lead over the Deuters. The Deuters. Man, honestly, yeah, this game's been kind of a quick one. They're kind of making up for I guess, last night's game, which was like a 6.5-hour game. This one, it'll go over 3 hours, as it started like at 7:05 Central Time. Of course, I started the stream at like 6:55 Central. Pardon me, but yeah. Yeah, definitely, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like I said, I know I'm all the way down here on the YouTube algorithm. But, again, I am very grateful for my subs. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys always make it. You guys always make it. Definitely appreciate it. You guys really are appreciated. I'm not just saying that. Like, again, it's been all subs here commenting, and it definitely makes me. I'm not lonely. It's like I'm not just calling the game, no interaction. It's never dry. So I really do appreciate you guys. Wonder how dim that Steelers game would have been had Elliott not got injured. Yeah, I'm telling you, he got injured. I don't remember if it was in the late second quarter or in the third quarter, but yeah, I mean, it was a huge. You could see it. I mean, I honestly think we probably would have lost because that's just what the Steelers do. We don't make any adjustments. We don't. Well, like, oh yeah, they're not going to change at all what they do. But yeah, he's so underrated. I'm telling you. I think I was telling who was I forgot who I was telling, but yeah, no, it's like it is a he is underrated, and Deshaun Elliott is such an underrated safety. Doctor, I was in San Fran last night and tried to hang in there to watch. I made it to the 17th and fell asleep. I woke up to them interviewing Freeman, and that told me enough. Oh yeah, I proceeded to have nightmares of Freeman dancing all the way up. Yeah, that would be quite the scene for a dream. That is tough. That is tough indeed. Well, I'm very sorry, Sean. That is tough. Stay safe out there in San Fran as well. I was shocked today when Tomlin said there would be no change on the defensive side of the ball. Tomlin has to go. I mean, this is what we've been dealing with forever. I mean, this guy doesn't make any changes. I mean, and everyone's getting mad in the Steelers side. Maybe not everyone, but a good amount of people are getting mad at Terrell Austin, the defensive coordinator. Yeah, he's not good, but Tomlin's calling the game. As here's the pitch, that's going to be chopped foul. So really, what has he done? So this is actually true. Whenever the Steelers, of course, everyone remembers Dick LeBeau. If you remember football from the 2000s, great defensive coordinator. When Tomlin got there, he was actually the ones calling. Tomlin was calling the defensive plays as Guerrero hits this to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Yeah, that's no joke. LeBeau was just kind of there, but Tomlin was actually the ones calling defense. And then, Jack Butler, he was kind of the heir apparent. He was longtime linebackers coach for the Steelers. He never got to call a single game. He came out and said, yeah, I know, I actually never got to call a game. So it's very sad. Here is the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul, as this is Bo Bichette, who is 1 for 3 with the walk. Runner on first here in the top of the ninth. Again, Blue Jays leading 6-1 over the Dodgers. Yeah, Tomlin. Yeah, I'm just tired of him. It's been time. It's been time. As Dreyer delivers, that is upstairs, and it's 1-1, 94 on the fastball. One count to Bichette to get a runner on first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. And it's 2-1. Two and one count. Dreyer sets and fires. Chopped and once again foul. One thing that wasn't touched on by the broadcast team during the game, it was the oldest team versus the youngest team. Steelers spent a lot of money on that defense, but they are all older now. Yep. I'm actually surprised. You guys have been the youngest team for like 2 or 3 years now. I figured that wasn't the case anymore. But, geez. You guys are staying young. Here's the 2-2. That's a breaking ball in the dirt, as it's 3-2 to Bo Bichette. Yeah, they showed their age in the second half. Those bums. 3-2, Dreyer comes to a set, rocks and fires. That's going to be chopped to first. Freeman mishandles it, and he's going to tag Bichette for out number 1. Oh, could have been a double play ball there, but Freeman, I guess, worried about his next stance, couldn't make the play cleanly, so he had to just tag out Bichette. So Guerrero at second. That will bring up Addison Barger, who's definitely come along as a key player for the Blue Jays. As Dreyer delivers, that's a big swing and a miss. Strike one. Barger 2 for 4 today. He's had a nice day. Dreyer looks back at second. Rocks and fires. Big swing and a miss. 92 on the fastball. It's 0-2. TJ Watt got paid a lot of money for someone getting up in their age and off to injury. Yep. No, I everyone hated on Hayward. I didn't like what Watt did as well. I was like, man, what are you doing? Just shut up and play. Like this guy wanting more money. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Yeah, no, I was fine with trading Watt. I was one of the few Steelers fans like, dude, if we get a few firsts for this guy, and I know someone would pay it, do it. Do it right now. But obviously did not. Doctor, your good luck for the Blue Jays. Please consider calling tomorrow's game as well. I'm sorry. No, I get a lot more numbers for college football during the week. During the week, it is much more beneficial for me. So, like I said, I have to protect the growth and the future of the channel. Yeah, and again, tonight was a coin flip for this one, as this is Varsho, as that's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Tonight I was considering doing my first hockey game. I would like to see how that does and how I would do. But I put that off for another day. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. I figured, again, baseball not lasting as, that's just another week and it's gone. Actually, just a few more days and it's gone. And hockey, of course, will be here till June. 0-2 count to Varsho. Again, he's 1 for 4 on the day. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Here is the pitch. That's cut on and hit to left, and that's going to go foul. Is there a college football game on a Wednesday? Now, for the last few years there's a college football game tonight, but I wasn't going to do well tonight. So, and that's why I was open to calling this and, of course, a hockey game. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be doing a FIU and Missouri State tomorrow. That's a called strike 3. He struck him out. All right, we head to the bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers have one last chance to possibly steal one away from the Blue Jays. They trail 6-1. So you guys went out and got Scantling. Yeah, MVS. I can tell you from his time with the Packers, he can definitely run straight, and that's about it. I see Rodgers is playing GM again. Yeah, I had mixed emotions on bringing him in, but I can tell you that I know Rodgers is frustrated with our receivers. They don't get separation, and they don't know what Rodgers does when Rodgers is doing all his dancing. And I know for a fact Ben would lose it when players didn't do this, but the receivers didn't do it, but they would run side to side with Ben. These guys aren't doing that with Rodgers. They're not getting open. So I'm thinking, well, whenever he does that, Scantling, of course, will know what to do, and hopefully that is taught to the other receivers. But yeah, I don't know if I like becoming again the Packers 3.0, because the Jets were the Packers 2.0, but that's fine. I mean, we need receiver help. I hope we get someone else. I hope that's not our signing. I really want us to trade for another receiver. I really want Jalen Waddle. I like Jalen Waddle a lot. I've always liked him. Great dude, for one. Personality and character is like a big thing for me. He's a good dude, and yeah, I don't know. And he's also a great player. And he's fast. So, yeah, I like Jalen Waddle. I hope we get him. I don't think we will, but it would be nice to have him. Yeah, we're stuck with DK, man. Yeah, I know. He's cool, but yeah, that was stupid. Just putting your finger in the face mask of a guy and then grabbing it, like, bro, what are you doing? You're stupid. You are self-centered. You're stupid. That's just the way it is. Like you're playing for yourself. You're not playing for the team. And that's what the Steelers were. The Steelers were about being a team. But again, that culture is gone because I blame the guy at the top. That guy, Tomlin, is an idiot. He's not a true Steeler. He never was. And he won his ring with Bill Cowher's players. Who was a Steeler? Cowher was a Steeler. Tomlin, man. Nah, he's going to get in the Hall of Fame. I don't know how. I mean, again, he would be the worst coach to me in the Hall of Fame, but it is what it is. I'll rant another time. I'll probably do another Tomlin rant. It's probably another day. Probably after the next time we lose. We'll probably lose to the Colts, get blown out, and I'll lose it. I know Rhino will be happy. I will not. So, bottom of the ninth here. Varland on the mound as he faces Teoscar Hernandez. That's going to be inside ball 198 on the fastball there. Teoscar Hernandez 1 for 3 today with a single in the 6th. As Varland kicks and deals, that's going to be outside, and it's 2-0. Why did y'all bring in Washed Ramsey? He was getting burnt constantly as a Dolphin. He is well past his prime. I don't know. I think Ramsey's actually played well. I think he's played well with us. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be outside ball 3. I was confused by the trade myself, but he's actually played all right. Made it home safely. Looks like delay still going strong. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, we're hanging in there. No lightning over here. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Yeah, we're under tornado watch, but that was supposed to end. It's supposed to end in a few minutes, so I haven't seen an update. So it looks like we didn't get the bad end of the storm. So thank you. Yeah, we're good over here. Appreciate you. As that's going to be in there for a called strike. Glad, again, you made it home safe as well. So 3-2 count to Teoscar Hernandez. And Varland is ready. Kicks and deals. That is upstairs. And Teoscar Hernandez gets the leadoff walk. Waddle would be a great pickup. His salary is high, though. Do you have enough cap space with him and DK? That'd be a great deal. We do. We actually should. We should. We've been clearing a bunch of cap space, and I don't know where it's going. I think we have like $20 million in cap. Ramsey is only useful on cornerback blitzes. He cannot play any kind of man-to-man anymore. Yeah, I mean, we play a lot of zone anyway, to be honest, as here's the pitch. That's going to be cranked to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Muncy sending Hernandez to third. Muncy is at second. Hold on, folks. I'm not going to say the Dodgers are going to come back and win, but the Dodgers have runners on second and third with nobody out. I think Duggar has had a big salary as well, which is why the Patriots wanted. Oh, I didn't even know that, to be honest. And you're very welcome. Again, like I said, I feel like I have the best subs. We're so chill. We're so cool. We're just good people. We try to be. All right, this is Tommy Edman. Looks like they're playing that song they play on College Football 26, if you guys have that game. That's what they play at Penn State. Hold the phone, folks. The Dodgers might have life. Oh, yeah, they for sure. They for sure do. Showing off the time again. Yesterday took 6 hours and 39 minutes. Tonight we're at 2 hours and 48 minutes. Of course, 3 more outs and this game is concluded, or so we think. If the Dodgers score anything but 5 runs this inning, this game is over. But if they do, then we'd be going extras, folks. This is Tommy Edman, who's 1 for 2 with a walk. As Varland sets, the Dodger crowd is really fired up. That's going to be in there for a called strike. True Raider, let's go Dodgers. Good to see you. Again, you're the man. You are the man, a True Raider. 0-1 count. Varland sets, kicks and deals. That's a breaking ball in the dirt. And it's 1-1. One and one count. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Kike Hernandez is on deck. He's 0 for 2, but he does have a sacrifice fly. Varland sets and fires. That's a swing and a miss. The knuckle curve in action there as it's 1-2. Rally caps are on for the Dodgers faithful. They're waving the towels. The 1-2. Grounder to third. Clement throws to first for outs. Number 1. They do push across a runner. So it's now 6-2. But it came at the cost of a costly out, as Muncy had to stay put at second as well. So again, it's 1 out with a man on at second. And Kike Hernandez coming to the plate. Kike again 0 for 2 with the sacrifice fly. Varland sets, rocks and fires. That is inside, and it's 1-0. Kike is 3 for 15 this series. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? He went. And it's 1-1. Fastball outside. Just couldn't hold up. Varland sets. Rocks and fires. Breaking ball right down the middle for a called strike. It's 1-2. Giants fan, good to see you. Hey, Dr. Lane, number 26 like. Have a great day. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Giants fan. Yeah, this stream is nearing its conclusion, or so we think. As here's the 1-2. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. And it's 2-2. Again, it's still a man still at second. Alex Call is on deck. Varland delivers, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Dodgers are down to their final out. Giants fan Raider. Yeah, Rising Rhino. Some of the Rising Rhino crew, Rhino Nation in the house. Alex Call again. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He was mad. Yeah, Kike was not happy. He was not a happy guy. Varland sets, rocks and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Looked a little low. But maybe the umpire's like, look, I didn't exactly get paid overtime for that last game. We're cutting this one short. 0-1 count. Varland will set. Varland looks back and looks back. Muncy to the bag. Of course, the Dodger fans not happy about that. As again, if you're an opposing pitcher, trying to pick off a runner is pretty much like kicking a puppy. It is treated actually worse. And again, he's going to do it again. And the Dodger fans are not happy this time. They're like, what is this guy doing? Wendy, appreciate you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Wendy. I really do appreciate it. Wendy, you are a legend. I want to make that clear. And he looks off for a third time. What in the world is Varland doing? And that is going to move the runner to third. So maybe the over-under at 8.5, folks, and they're trying to push it. That is pretty sus. Or suspect, if I had to guess. I don't know. And I really do appreciate it, Wendy. I don't know what in the world Varland's doing. He just pushed the runner to third. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, and it's 1-1. Again, if the runner scores, there'll be a lot of questions in the betting world if the over. I don't know what the over-under was here, but 8.5. If that's the case, like, geez. The 1-1, that is outside, and it's 2-1. Pardon me. I need to look at that. Lewis, you have a good night. 2-1. Here's the pitch, and Call sends this to left. but that is caught by Straw for out number 3. Raise the Jolly Roger. Oh, man, I missed that so much. Congratulations, of course, to the Blue Jays as they win 6-2. And this series will for sure go back to Toronto for Game 6. Of course, Game 5 is played in Los Angeles tomorrow. And that could be big if the Blue Jays win that one. Oh, man. Again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Again, thank you for those of you. Again, I really appreciate you guys. Again, like I've said, I've had the best subs forever. I really do. You guys are legends. And you're very much appreciated on the channel. And again, I'll be back tomorrow, not for this series, of course. I believe this may have been the last one that I do for baseball. We'll see. I don't know. It depends on Game 7. Because, again, college football on Saturdays hasn't really done that great for me. But, again, tomorrow I will be covering college football for sure. But, yes, you guys all have a great night. I really do appreciate you guys. And I will, I guess, catch you in the next one. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday nights. Nick, as always, hopefully you have a good shift. As, again, I do appreciate you guys. And, yes, you guys all have a great night. I will catch you guys later. Good night, and be safe. Peace.